Welcome, San Antonio Spurs fans, Portland Trailblazers fans. The TSR Sports will be doing a play-by-play reaction scoreboard chat for tonight's game. The Spurs visiting what's left of the Portland Trailblazers. I think they're pulling a bit of a tank here. The Spurs are 2 wins behind. The Spurs right now have the 8th overall pick. The Blazers have the 9th overall pick. I kind of think this is the way the Blazers are saying, I think we're okay with losing the rest of our games. That's what I think. I could be wrong. The Spurs looks like they're mostly good to go tonight. Jeremy Sohan's still out. Of course, Wemby can't play. Fox is out, etc. But we'll see what happens. Player 51, Agrico, Steven, Walker, what's going on? Our second pick is likely the backup center. Which backup center? Grico? So I don't know about you guys. I watched the UConn win today. I shut the game off with like 5 or 6 minutes left. I don't like blowouts. It was clearly over, so I wanted to make dinner and get ready for this game. So congratulations to the UConn women's national team for winning their first championship with Paige Beckers. Not their first championship ever, but I believe with her they had gone to the Final Two once and then previously the Final Four twice. And she was over, so she's finally going to get a championship in her last year. As far as the game last night, I was tired. Duke was up by like, I don't know, 13 or 15. Cooper Flag just had a huge dunk. I'm like, I'm tired. This game's over. No, that game was not over. And Duke choked it away. I mean, how else can I describe it? Duke choked. They lost. Dang. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Blazing Bacon. Hope you feel better. Yeah, Biscuit Buddy, do you have so many guys out tonight? I don't know who's. I got nothing. We'll show it on the TV at some point, but yeah, I'm totally lost. So our picks right now, I believe, are 8 and 15. And looking at the Atlanta Hawks schedule, by the way, who they play somebody terrible tonight. They play the Utah Jazz. They're playing the Utah Jazz right now. Yeah, Atlanta probably going to win that one. Looking at their schedule, Miami's and Chicago. I think Atlanta's going to finish at 15th, which is kind of sucks because if you look at the teams ahead of them, they're actually worse than the 2 teams above them. But because it's playoff seeding, and they're in a different conference. They're the 15th overall pick. I think that's where they're going to stay unless they lose in the play-in. So likely we'll be drafting 8 and 15. If Atlanta gets into the lottery, great. That's awesome. If not, it is what it is. Hopefully we can move up. We've had a lot of luck moving up the last couple of years. Hopefully we can do it again. Yep. Good evening to you, Paisan. What's going on? This should win this. We have seen them since this channel's inception, which yesterday was a 6-year anniversary. Didn't do anything for the channel. Met with Miss TSR yesterday, our first time seeing each other in a bit. So it was nice to catch up with her. We just, life busy, it happens. And yeah, who knows what will happen tonight? The Spurs should win. And if they do, I hope one of our guys goes off for over 40. I'd like it to be Stefan Castle because if he has a huge game like that today, 40 plus, he's pretty much, it seems like a lock for Rookie of the Year. But if he has a monster game today, then it's over. Jacob, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Paul Cassell, Vassell Barnes, Biombo, thank you, Jay Money. Banton. All right, so Delano, I'm going to have to pause this for a second. All right, so Delano Banton. Anthony Simons is out, I'm guessing. I don't see him on your lineup. So I got Banton, Sharp, Matisse Tybul, all right, Tamani Kamara, and Donovan Clingan. It means I'm not going to know any of the bench guys for Portland because that's a lot of the guys that usually come off the bench. But at least I know their starting lineup. I'll probably need some help throughout the game on these bench players unless, I see their name and their number. Or I'll just headband guy, pink shoes guy, great hair guy. I'll just have to call it like I see it, right? And that before extra smooth, dude. Go Spurs, go. Did Cooper turn 8? Did he? All right, Jay Money. Hey, any given Sunday, right? Banton is 6'8", right? Banton's a point guard and he's 6'8". Grief. Castle versus Kling Kong. Yes. We're going to have some UConn and UConn violence tonight as Stefan Castle against his former teammate, championship teammates at that, Don McLeon. Thank you, Jacob. So I want to throw something out here to you guys, and he did make it public. I am still going to root for the Atlanta Hawks to lose, but I'm probably going to be less vocal about it. And if they make the lottery or they make the plan, I won't be upset. A fellow YouTuber you guys have seen me work with, who's a Hawks fan. I'm not going to say who. If you know who, you know who. posted on their channel they lost their father yesterday. So if that can bring him a little bit of happiness, if the Hawks make the play-in or the playoffs, I'm not going to be upset about it. Sure, I want what's best for the team, but sometimes life is more important than basketball. So if that brings him a little bit of joy, and I don't know if his dad was a Hawks fan, if that cheers him up, then I'm team it. I want the Hawks to be a lottery team, but if it doesn't happen, we're all good. Yes, I did see Dupe. Dupe is out. Cooper Flag missing. Yeah, I didn't catch it at the end. Cooper Flag's not going to be undrafted, but it didn't look like Malawatch had a very good game yesterday. And I didn't realize Cooper missing. Cooper's still going to be number one, but did yesterday's game hurt or help, for those of you that watched it, hurt or help Malawatch's stock? And what about Continental? It seemed like he had an okay game, but I thought I saw Malawatch only had 6 points and didn't show up yesterday. Absolutely biscuit, buddy. My prediction, Malimo, I think Spurs win this by 17. I think they're beat up what's left of Portland. If the Hawks lose in the play-in and not be in the final top eight, do they still be in the? If the Hawks lose, I think they have to lose both their playing games. There's the four teams that play, and then the losers play. I think that's how it works. So if they lose both their playing games, then they're a lottery team, probably somewhere between 12 and 14. I don't know exactly where. Malawatch didn't get a rebound. What? Oof, that's something. Daniel, biggest threat is Zachary Rissache and Alexander Sarr. Both of them. Rissache has played better lately. His efficiency is higher than Steph's. I think he has a little bit more rebounds, significantly less assists. Rissache, I mean, there's only like 5 games left, but if he plays extremely well at the end of the season and Steph struggles, you never know. I mean, seriously, you can't say something's a lock. I found out yesterday, I didn't know this. Wilt Chamberlain lost the MVP the year he averaged 50 points a game and 25 boards. That's the year he scored 100 a game. Bill Russell won it, whose Celtics were a better team and a championship team, but he didn't have numbers anywhere near Wilt's. Wilt had an astronomically historic season in the NBA, but did not get the MVP. So nothing's ever a lock. It might look like it, but I'll tell you, I'm a huge UFC fan. I've watched a ton of UFC fights where I said, "Yep, this guy's got it." When it goes to decision, and then the judges call it the other way. And I'm like, yeah, can't take things for granted. If you're gonna let a fight go to a decision or try to win an award in the NBA, you better have that thing locked down so tight. There's no question whatsoever. And not everybody agrees it's locked down to the point where Steph has it. It looks like he'll get it, but it's not a lock. Colin, good evening to you. Castle, Benton. Okay. Well, hopefully, J Money. I put it in the post today. Hope Castle goes off for 50. If Sacramento wins, Spurs are out of the playoffs no matter what. Stormy, I know some fans are like TSR. We can still make it. And I'm like, no, we can't. We're too far away. Rico, none of that here. I'm gonna put the kibosh on that. We're not going to go into that. I've seen other analysis bring that up as the reasons players don't win MVPs. Let's not do that here. Let's focus on basketball stats in the game. When you start bringing that up, it opens up other conversations and conversations I don't want to have on the channel. On this channel, there's two colors, silver and black. That's it. I don't care if you're purple or green or multicolored. If you're a Spurs fan, you're welcome. And if you're not a Spurs fan, if you're a fan of another team, you're welcome. Just be cool. That's all I ask. Treat people the way you want to be created. Jar Ejo, thank you for stopping in. Wouldn't that be insane if we bring back Chris Paul with Spurs and win a chip next season? Uh, that would be incredible. Robert, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Spurs fan in Connecticut. I feel you. August Sheba, go Spurs, go to you. NBA's pushing for the Rissache narrative rookie there. Are they really? Okay. I don't know why. I mean, he's playing well, but I mean, the best player should get it regardless. I mean, let's be honest. Nikola Jokic is having a historic season in the NBA. Again, he probably should be the MVP, but I think SGA is going to get it because the Thunder are better. But when you take, I heard some stats. If you take SGA off the Thunder, they still have a net positive of like +3 or +4. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, they're like a -3 or -4. So I mean, I get it. Plus, we've seen with the NBA, if a player's won it multiple times, LeBron, Jordan, they tend to give it to somebody else. I get it. I wouldn't mind CP3 back next year as a backup. I seriously wouldn't. I just not as a starter. The last UFC Mexico seemed like most hometown fighters won. Cassie, good evening to you. The crowd was lit. Kirchu, what's up? The crowd was absolutely lit. That was fun. I just watched that. I usually watch the UFCs the next day when they're on ESPN Plus, and that was probably one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard. They were so happy when one of their guys won. It was cool to watch. If the best player gets the award, Wemby should have one defensive player. Yeah, that was BS. Bill, I'll agree with you. Wemby obviously cannot win Defensive Player of the Year this year. He's not going to qualify because of the 65 game mark, but he was the Defensive Player of the Year last year. Gobert was on a better defensive team, no doubt. You take Gobert off that team, the Timberwolves, they were still a good defensive team. You take Wemby off the Spurs. Harrison Barnes, by the way, 300 straight games played, the second longest streak in the NBA. How about that? Same to you, Romeo. You Bill up you that. Did the Thunder rest people? Today, they just not try. Yes, Tony, he's a Hall of Famer. Speaking of the Lakers, I saw today the play where LeBron ran into, I want to say it was Jonathan Kuminga of the Warriors a few nights ago. And I looked like a little flopping action. He ran into him and then acted like he broke something internally. And I was like, dude, you ran into him. And the announcers are like, well, it looks like he took an elbow. Yeah, his own elbow. He ran into some. It's ridiculous. That guy is such a freaking tank, and I've never seen such a physical specimen fall down so easily. You should be running people over. Be an alpha and run people over. Castle for 55. All right. Who do you think will take in the draft? Alexander, I'm seeing Concaniple mock to the Spurs a lot. By the way, the players are on the court. And away we go. ESPN. Page not found. They don't care about this game so much. They don't even have. Wow. Blazers hit a three. They don't have the players on the court yet. They don't have the players on the court. This tends to happen at the end of the season with teams that are out of it, I've noticed. So, well, if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Biombo with the jumper, it's no good. Rhonda, good evening to you. Go Spurs, go. Jamie, good evening to you. Or afternoon, or maybe morning, depending where you are. There's a corner three for Portland. That is no good. CP3 with the rebound. The Portland Blazers, I don't like the front of their jerseys. The numbers are tiny, so it's a little hard to tell the player if I can't see the back of the jersey because I don't watch a lot of Portland. I don't know what they all look like just by looking at their faces. MSL pull-up jumper is no good. And that is Portland ball. I mean, recognize Donovan Klingon because of UConn. Tyball's got the great hair. And that's a turnover for Portland. Also, Portland running out some. Oh, there we go. Putting out some guys that we're not normally used to seeing. Castle for a three, no good. Let me fix the lineup. There we go. All right, there we go. Complain and you shall receive. There's another miss for Portland. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. We got a not a fast break, but a one-on-one for Castle, and he's going to slow it up and let the offense catch up. Spurs still looking for their first bucket. Castle's going to drive in the paint, and he's going to foul and go to the line for two. Jamie, good evening to you. Medicare guys, what's up? I complain about their jerseys every game. Well, the Portland ones? Look how little their numbers are in the front. Granted, I just realized the Spurs jerseys, the numbers are small in the front as well. But I recognize all the players, so that I guess that's different. Arno, Aqua, thank you for all stopping in. Daniel Barry, hey to you. Castle averaging 14.4, 3.6, and 3.9. I'd like to see that assist number go up over 4 if we can by the end of the season. Makes his first free throw. The Spurs have scored. So white lettering on the red that just, I don't know, it hurts my eyes. Or I'm getting old. Really both. Guys, after today, we only have 4 games left of the season. 4 games left. Castle misses the second free throw. 1 point on the board for San Antonio. Shaden Sharp with the ball. Passes it out to Tyball. Tyball's going to drive. Stops. Pops. Misses a shot. A fight for the board. It's going to get knocked out of bounds. It's going to be San Antonio ball. And now they're saying Portland. Well, okay. It looks like it was off Harrison Barnes. Chris Paul's trying to get it inbound real quick, couldn't do it. Yeah, it was the right call. CP3, using the old noggin. Klingon for three? He's gonna take a three. Oh, no, no. All right, Donovan, not your shot. Thank you, Cassie. I appreciate that. I try to be welcome to everybody. Robert Wright, he's been off by a triple double by like a rebound or an assist the last two games. Biombo in the paint. Turnaround jumper, good. It's all tied up. I would love a Castle triple double. He missed by what, one rebound in the last game and then an assist in the previous game. Jumani Kamara for three, no good. Klingon with the rebound, put back. One. DK, and I don't mean Donkey Kong, fouled by Biombo. By the way, if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do so fast for you find nutritious and delicious. And it looks like this. OKC lost to the Rockets and Lakers. So Illuminatics or enemy in the chat, did the Thunder play everybody today and they got blown out? Was SJN, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, were they trying today? And they just got trucked by the Lakers? Now's not the time to have your season start falling apart. It is Spurs ball, CP3 and bringing it for San Antonio over to Castle. Castle rocking the pineapple tonight, so we got double pineapple power. There's a turnover for San Antonio, though. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. I touched on this briefly in the live stream or the video that we put up today on Chris Paul. This has been a really tough season as a Spurs fan and content creator where the team was the eighth best team in the Western Conference at one point. Fans were excited. The live streams were popping. And then the wheels fell off. Wemby went down. Fox gets shut down. And interest is at the lowest it's been in a long time. So you guys that still come in and positive vibes, I appreciate that because you guys keep me going, and you're the reason I'm going to call 82 games this year. I made a promise to you guys at the start of the season I would do that, and there's been a lot of tough games lately, but you guys keep me going. The Sal pull-up jumper, good. Pinpoint pass to the ref. Wow. Luca, I'm not surprised Luca's unstoppable. Good evening, Sir Richard the Lionheart, and congrats, Miss TSR, on her Yukon Huskies. Yes, Greg, Yukon champions again for the first time in, what was it, about 5 or 6 years? Tomorrow with the miss. Castle bringing it up for San Antonio. Seth's going to drive in the paint. Gets it to Biombo. Biombo, little jumper. Good. All right, Bismarck. Cassie, I do remember that. I do. Mark, what's up? I actually just mentioned Cassie. Recently, I saw the Warriors Lakers highlights where LeBron ran into Jonathan Kuminga, and then I think he flopped. I think he was trying to draw a foul and didn't get it, so he just stayed down to save face. I don't know. Vassell for three. Yes, Medicare. We got the Hawks Hate Watch coming up. That's going to be next week, I believe. Almost a turnover, and that is a turnover by Portland. CP3 fakes the three over to Castle. Castle's open for three. They're going to leave him open. His three-point shooting's been awful at the end of the year. Last UConn Women's Championship was 2016. Oof. Shaden Sharp with the ball. Great Moss into the paint. Loses it out of bounds. Turnover Portland. Vassell playing like the GOAT whenever it ain't important. Hate Watch is going to be fire. Oh, geez. Castle with the ball into the paint. Goes against Klingon. Up off the glass. No good. Steph not off to a good start tonight. We have a wide open three in the corner. No good by Kamara. And we're going to have some substitutions. Don't we're going to have a timeout. Marauders, yeah, that's a play I saw. And that drives me crazy. It does, because honestly, I think he's better than that. He's obviously not. We've seen him flop a lot in his career, but he's so good and an athletic freak. He's what, 6'9", 260 plus, and to see him run into another player terribly hard and then just die on the ground, I'm like, come on, dude. This is why people don't like you. This is not helping your case. JT, a lot of people are not fans of Devin Vassell. I get it. I like Devin, but he has not played like a $29 million player this year at all. Rico says, tell Miss TSR I'm a huge Paige Beckers fan, and she got her first championship today. No road trip, they're not. Let's go, Con Knuckle. All right. The UW Huskies aren't doing anything. At least someone's Huskies are doing well. Fair enough. Yes, lights out. Jeremy Sohan is out with back spasms. I don't think he's going to play again this season. I think he's going to be shut down. He's had that back injury on and off all year. I don't know if Charles Bassey and his noodle knee will be going. So Arno, why the Hawks hate? Okay, it's not Hawks hate. We're jokingly calling it a hate watch. The Atlanta Hawks are the 15th best team, not the 15th best team. I should rephrase that. They're not. They're in the 15th place right now in the NBA standings. They're in the play-in, and they will make the play-in barring something weird happening, barring injury, which we don't want to root for an injury. When they're in the play-in, if they win their play-in game, they become a playoff team, and the Spurs, if they own from them, will be 15 or 16 or whatever. If the Hawks lose in the play-in, then they become a lottery team, which then gives the Spurs two chances, albeit a low chance with the Hawks pick, but two chances to move up in the top four. So when the Hawks are in the play-in, I'm going to do a live stream with you guys, whoever's interested, and we're calling it a hate watch, but it's just gonna be we're gonna be running against Atlanta because we own their unprotected first round pick this year, and also in 2027 for the record. So that's why people are hoping the Hawks lose. What's up, Stingray X Factor? UConn did win. They did. Well, the couch gets in it. I should have had everybody in there. Now that I think about it, Stingray X Factor. I should have had everybody, new and old. I didn't think of that. You're welcome, Arno. Did you see? I missed the end of that game, Marauders. I was tired. I thought Duke had it locked up. I went to bed right around the 8 minute mark, which is when they started choking. I was like, I'm tired. This thing looks like it's over. And then they just choked the game away. I watched the highlights of like the last minute. Wow, that is shocking. Hate watch. There you go, road trip. Yeah, the Lakers did beat OKC today. I like that you still. That's not the Ron Jambo one, Stinger X Factor. Ron Jambo's hair was more down. That one's actually a new one. That was for a death metal video I was going to do that I'm not to yet. Yankees lost today. Yay. So, Militia Guy, I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's 7 and 10 play. And if you win, you're in. And then 8 and 9 play. And the winner of that is in. Oh, wait. And the winner of that, well, the sell for 3, 7 and 10, or the winner of 7 and 10 and 8 and 9 play. And then the winner of that's in the play-in. And then the losers, whoever wins that game is in the play-in. I think that's how it works. So 2 out of the 4 of the play-in will make it in. A banked 3 by Donovan Klingon. All right, well, whatever. Lights out. It'll be a lot of fun. All tied up at 13. It's been a close game. Honestly, closer than I thought it would be. I thought the Spurs would. Well, Spurs going to spur, right? Vassell for 3 from the corner. No good. Klingon with the rebound. I would have liked Donovan Klingon as a backup center for us. That would have been really nice. Just saying. Need to be a starting center for us right now. There's a miss. Spurs on the break. And nope, Portland gets back. I see Kelvin's checked in. He's going to take a 3. No good. Diambo flies up for the rebound. Spurs ball. 10 on the shot clock for San Antonio. 5.5 minutes to go. CP3 traveled. No, moving screen. Offensive foul on Diambo. Ant and Avia out. Yeah. Spooky Cactus, you would think they have a lot of guys out. Anthony Simon's out. Via's out. There's a couple other guys out. Their injury report is long. But as you can see, they're hanging around. They're playing at home. And while we make the joke that the Portland Trailblazers are tanking, the organization might be tanking, but these players are playing for their careers. Some of them might be playing for their next contract. They're not tanking. The team might be, but the players are going to go out there and try to win. All right, number 5 scored for Dreadlock guy scored for the Portland Trailblazers. I don't know who that is. Biombo jumper in the paint, in and out. Kamara with the rebound. Portland's going to be deep on their bench tonight, so I don't know some of these guys. Number 5 with the ball again is going to shoot a three. And who's this number 5 dude? Who is this guy? Banton. Oh, it's Delano Banton. Never mind. I know who that is. He just started shooting for the first time. He hadn't touched the ball all quarter. Delano Banton for three. My bad. Yeah, DeAndre Ayton's out too. Marauders, yeah, they are. Scoot Henderson's out. Yeah, they have 8 guys out. Another offensive foul on the Spurs. To sell on the screen, and I forgot to put that three up as it was Spurs are down 18-13. It's Delano Banton. I'm sorry, he started. I just Portland's deep on their bench tonight, and I don't know a lot of their guys. Blake Wesley's got a dunk on Donovan Klingon tonight. JT, I would be happy to see that. I would. Scoot is a big fan of Scoot. Steven Z, he's his #1 fan. Banton in the paint, runner. Delano Banton, I believe, has a personal 7-0 run going against the Spurs right now. Mamu's checked in for the Spurs. He's got 9 points. Vassell for three from the wing. In and out. Yeah, lights out. It's Delano Banton. He's going off right now. He's on pace for 36. I have heard of him. Timeout. Now, I don't know who number 21 is, but he just scored. Turn so I can see your jersey. Turn so I can see your jersey. I can't see it. I can't see it. Portland is killing us. Timeout. I missed a bucket because I was trying to figure out who the player was. This is crazy. Uh, road trip. Maybe. I don't know how long. So, I mean, he put it up on his page, so it's out there. Unfortunately, Dixon Way lost his father yesterday. Thoughts and prayers to him and his family. I don't know how long he's going to be out of streaming. Could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know when he'll be back. If we go rate him during that game, we're not going to go say anything derogatory to the Hawks. No hate watch, anything like that. Just, what's up? Go Spurs, go. GG. Positive vibes if we rate. All in good fun, of course. Yeah, Joshua, Portland, what is this game? Looking at this game so I can figure out who some of the players are. Yeah, he has road trip. He is a good dude. I've worked with him once. We were going to work together a second time, and then I found out that he watches all the games on over-the-air HD, which means he's going to be way ahead of me. And calling a basketball game together is going to be impossible because he's going to be like 20 to 30 seconds ahead at a minimum. All right, looking at the Portland Trailblazers. All right, Walker is 34. Got it. Not Lonnie Walker. We Chris Murray, number 24. Rupert, 21. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know if they're G League players or just deep bench players. Well, that's 8 guys so far. Thanks for Kevin Willis, Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis was jacked. Kogashibo? That's a darn good question. Rico, isn't Toronto still way too far behind to catch up to us? Mamu's on the court, Joshua. We got a Sandro Vela sighting. He's on the court. This is not how I thought this game would start. Bro, do you realize if we win 15 more games next year, we'll have almost 50 wins, if not 50. Mark, I think we will win 50 games this year. Not this year, next year. Low 30s this year. We're at 32 right now. I don't think we'll win more than 2 or 3 the rest of the season. So 35 is the ceiling on that. Arno, there you go. The Blazers are on a 12-0 run in the last 215. If the Spurs get a top 4 pick again, oh my gosh. Because then it's going to be Ace Bailey or Cooper Flag more than likely. I wonder, you guys have talked about this too. If the Spurs get a top 4 pick, and he makes it sound like he won't play for Washington or Charlotte if they have picks above us, I wonder if they would trade down. We would have to give up some serious capital, but we have capital. Devin, fadeaway jumper, bounces around, no good. The Spurs offense is stagnant. This is a depleted team, but again, depleted team. The Portland Trailblazers themselves are tanking. The players are not. And I have to emphasize that because I don't think players go out there to tank. They're playing for their livelihood. Would you tank? Nope. After Rupert for three. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Champagne's checked in, gets it to Blake Wesley, who's also checked in. Wesley with the ball, going to take off into the paint. Spins around, tosses it out to Mamu. Mamu for three. No good. Filippi, he might come back to Duke. He's got to be crushed that they won. I'm sorry, they lost last night. No, 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 Phil. You gotta fix that statement. We're not playing down to the level of Portland. We're playing below the level of Portland right now because they're up by 12 on us. We're not down to their level at this moment. Quit. I'm shocked. We're coming out this bad against this team. Yes, they should, Robert. A lot of our guys should be playing for their future. Malachi Brandon, whenever he gets minutes, Blake Wesley, turnover castle. Jeez. This is ugly. A runner off the backboard, good. I don't know if I know who that is. I think that's number 10. I can't tell who that's for Portland. Yeah, Biscuit Bite, he might. He might go back to Duke. We can't hit a bucket. Oh my gosh. Blake Wesley for three from the corner, no good. Ball's gonna go out of bounds. Portland ball. This is embarrassing. City Sissoko is on the Blazers. Is he in there? Is City on the court? I don't think he is he? Yeah, we're gonna have a foul in San Antonio. JT, it doesn't seem like we're trying to win, Mark. I, I, I'm shocked we're playing this poorly. Shaden Sharp going to the line for two. He's averaging 18 points per game this season, 18.2 to be exact. I did see he was questionable. Arnold said we may never score again. Santino Gilbert, what's going on? I'm honestly shocked right now. It's like we're playing the Celtics right now, except, we're not playing the Celtics. Mama with the ball over to Champagny. Champagny going to drive in the paint. He's going to get fouled. He threw the ball at the rim. He's going to go to line for two. Yeah, Satino they are. What's up, Commando? We're getting trucked right now. Hard. Let me take a look and see if I can find out who number 10 is. I don't know who this guy is for the Blazers. I mean, I don't know who a lot of their guys are. I just heard Champagne's shooting 91% for the season. First free throw is good. Blazers number 10. This second one, of course, because we mentioned his percentage, he missed it. Number 10 is Minea. I've never heard of Minea. Minya, like Godzilla? Minea. Seriously, they have dudes I've never heard of. Granted, there's probably some Portland Trailblazers fans watching this game saying, who the hell is this guy? Castle in the paint, layup good. All right, Steph, take over the game. Thank you, Bart. Edgar, I don't know. 29 to 16, Spurs down by 13 with a minute and some change to go. I'm really lost. That pull-up jumper is no good. Wesley with the rebound. He'll sprint up the court for San Antonio. Drives in the post and in the paint. Kicks it out to Mamu. He's going to fire off a three. Air ball. Those Spurs go to you, Mark. Fleming and Knuppel if no flag. I'd be fine with that, Illuminatics. If we took Knuppel at 8 and Fleming at 15. Area 51. I don't know what I'm watching either. This has got to be one of our worst first quarters of the year based on our opponent. Shaden Sharp, guarded by Castle, starts to drive, step back, and pass it out. And Mania with the air ball three. And the Blazers are going to fight for the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Blazers get the ball. I don't know what to say. Albert, I mean, I know technically for draft positioning that you should want the Spurs to lose, but I can't root for our guys to lose, especially like this. This is embarrassing. Castle's fouled. It looks like he's going to line for two, win the bonus. Do you think we would have made the playoffs with a healthy Wemby? Commando Ninja, it's tough because the Spurs were a disaster in January, and then we got Fox. So with a healthy Fox and Wemby, Mitch Johnson was really coaching poorly at that point. Not that he's been terrific since then, but he's gotten better. I don't know. We would have been better than this. Joshua, I didn't know Sam Cassell had that coaching resume, but he does. Lights out. This is us getting beat up. Stefan Castle at 4 points right now. He's only 1 of 4 from the field. Hopefully he can play better the rest of the game. We're gonna need a big game from him. We need a big game for quite a few people. We got 18 points against a very depleted Portland Trailblazers team. Clock running. Banton in the paint. Layup no good. Did he get fouled? They're saying he got fouled. Alexander, I think he's gonna try to come back. I think they looking at this. Was there the refs are I don't know what they're doing. They are saying there was a foul. His shooting arm was hit by Mama. That's a foul. Ah, we're getting Chuck Norris right now, is what we're doing. This is not how I thought this game would go. It's clearly a foul on Mamu. It was before the shot or before the game clock expired. This is two free throws, no doubt. The only question is how much time will be on the clock for the Spurs. It looks like about a half a second. Definitely a foul. Be two free throws. I have not Marmalade. Point eight. Okay. The Austin Spurs game tonight. The Western Conference Finals. No, Mark, I don't. I'm not doing double duty. I got to work in the morning. If they make it in the finals and the game is not on the same night as a Spurs game, I'll definitely call it. I won't throw the game on. I think I'll throw the game on. I'll throw it on. I think it starts at 9. I hope it's on ESPN Plus. But to call another 2-hour game after this, no, I don't want to do that. Well, we have point 0.7 on the clock, but I'll leave it at 0. Point 0.8 on the clock, excuse me. David Lee. Yep. That score is not wrong. Champagne doesn't get the shot off anyway. All right. Quarter 2. Kevin Sampson visited Pop last night after they went to Duke. By the way, speaking of players, who's this dude that's been killing it with back-to-back 30-pointers? Is this I'm drawing a blank on his name? Was it like Clayton or something? The guy that had a huge game against Duke? Is this guy's draft value just skyrocketing right now or what? Because he was a late second rounder. And now he's moving up into the first round. And if he plays a great game tomorrow night, he's going to be a top 20 pick. I heard Harrison's playing well. I should try to catch the second half. If it starts at 9, then it'll get over to 11. I want to get on my Xbox for a little bit after this game. So yeah, I'll catch the second half. Area 51, I'm not rooting for either. Mando, I think he will be. Reyes, good evening. I think Jeremy Sohan's done for the year. It hasn't been announced. I think he's probably done. He's been having back issues on and off throughout the season. Shut him down. Teddy Sissoko is on the Blazers, but I don't think he's played a second yet, has he? Is he in the game right now? No, he's not. Or wait, is he? No, he's not. Is that on ESPNU only? I don't have ESPNU. That sucks. I don't think I do. ESPN use a pay channel, right? It's not like free on like some weird streaming service. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't want to say he's a non-factor, Joshua, but his health has been he's been dinged up a lot this year and last year. Walter Clayton Jr., yeah, he's been good. Back-to-back 30-point games. If he goes for 30 again tomorrow night, I don't know how far he can move up in the NBA draft on the NBA draft boards, but the video I did a couple days ago about people moving up, Bleacher Report had him jump from like 55 to like 28 or something. And now in another game like that, he's probably going to move up again. If he plays like that again in the championship game, might be top 20. Yon, our offense, we're struggling on both sides of the ball. Yeah, under pressure play is huge. Clayton is still a second round pick. Bondswan, some analysis have him in the first round. ESPN Plus kind of sucks for the fact that you don't get. No, you really don't. Um, ESPN Plus, you get the ABC content. So I was able to watch the UConn women's team's championship game today. I think it was on ESPN Plus anyway, but I have noticed the ESPN app, they show a lot of ABC content, which works out for me. I don't get ABC where I live. I get NBC, CBS, and Fox over there, and PBS, Telemundo channels, CW. I get all the standards. Another miss to start second quarter for the Spurs, but I can't pull ABC in. It's too far away. I can watch it on the ESPN 3, which is awesome. Which is I think where the draft will be. It is Portland ball, and they're just beating us up. We're gonna have a tie up and a jump ball. I think he will be Commando too. Oh, geez, I didn't even think of the traffic issue you guys are gonna have. By the way, does anybody know in the chat? You guys follow College Troop a lot more than I did. And I texted Miss TSR, and she wasn't sure either. When I was watching the UConn women's game, every time there was a tie up, it wasn't a jump ball. They just gave it to the defensive team, which really confused me. Is that normal for college hoop when there's a tie up in possession by the offense and defense? The defense just automatically gets the ball. Spurs won the jump ball. I did not know that at all. I don't watch a lot of college hoops, so that threw me off. Kelvin into the paint, misses the layup. We're shooting terribly. That's why we're losing. Sharpen the paint, layup good. We can't make a bucket. Mitch Johnson calling a timeout. This is, we have 18 points through 13 minutes of play, roughly. CJ, Spurs plus 6.5. I don't know what to say. I mean, we were losing by 27 to the Cavaliers and came back and lost by one, so who the heck knows? Flag is 100% going in the draft. There's something called the possession arrow. It goes back and forth. Oh, really? JT, I agree. If Stefan Castle, we've seen a little mid-range game lately that's been okay, but if he really needs a three-point shot, if he can become a good three-point shooter, look great. 37 to 39%. This be a bit above league average. Woo, it's gonna be that way. Yes, Alexander, I do absolutely. If one team gets the ball, the next time the other team gets, oh, it goes back and forth. That's weird. I wonder why they do that. Is that for all of college hoop or just the women? That's very odd. Blazers could be a dangerous team. I'm curious what's going on with the Rockets and Reed Shepherd. He was the third overall pick last year, and he has not played at all. And when he's played, he hasn't. I don't think he's done a whole lot or gotten a lot of opportunity. It's looking like the Rockets should have taken Castle over Reed. I'm glad they didn't. You guys remember there was a lot of mocks that were saying the Spurs could possibly take Reed Shepherd last year, and he would have gotten more playing time, but I don't know. I don't know how he would produce. College and high school for men and women. I had no idea. All right, thanks, Joshua. Gabriel, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. Road trip, I had no idea. I don't watch a lot of college hoops. I know it might sound weird, like TSR, you're a big Spurs fan. Like, I just college just doesn't really do it for me. Rockets court, yes, it is Commando. Jump ball. So wait, there's no jump ball at halftime. Wait, no, there's no jump ball at halftime. It's regular all the time. It's even overtime. Oh shoot! No wonder why we're getting killed. Yep. You start off with a reverse boot, but you didn't do a forward good luck boot. If you got your Yoni, grab your Yoni for All right, now I get an official good luck boot. Thanks, Yoni. Looking at the playoff picture, it's Thunder, the Rockets, Lakers, Nuggets, Warriors, Timberwolves, Clippers, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Kings, and on the hunt, the Suns, the Spurs, or on the Suns, Blazers, and Spurs. We're so far away. We'd have to win out, and I just don't think we have it. Jordan McLaughlin checks in, hits a bank shot. Our savior, Jordan McLaughlin, is in the game. Now we just need to bring back the Booyah, and we're all set. He's Booyahing over Milwaukee right now. Portland ball. Rupert's going to drive and passes it right to Jordan McLaughlin. McLaughlin, a difference maker already, a bucket and a steal to start off the game. Malachi Branham for three. Okay, the guys that don't play at all are playing and scoring. And a steal by Demasel. Nice spin move, gets into the paint and throws it down. All of a sudden, the Spurs are playing well. Timeout Portland, and the Spurs are on a 7-0 run. Just like that. All right. Okay. I mean, McLaughlin can shoot, right? Isn't he a pretty decent three-point shooter? Something our team needs, and now we're down by 10. All of a sudden, the Spurs are right back in this. And the energy brought by Jordan McLaughlin and Malachi Branham of all people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Joshua, trying to figure out Mitch Johnson's coaching decisions is like trying to do a Rubik's Cube with your eyes closed. It's just not working. I know Bouye's with Milwaukee. The Bouye. Were we down by 17 to Portland? CP3 got wasn't that kind of a questionable ejection? Like he just kind of said something, the ref quickly threw him out. What? Don't call it a comeback, just call it a comeback. I honestly don't know, Robert, how good he is on defense. I mean, he just had a steal, so that's something. Is he a defensive stopper? I honestly don't know. He can't be any worse than a lot of our guys, right? I mean, Malachi Branham's a traffic cone. We moved one traffic cone in Zach Collins, but we still have a second traffic cone in Malachi Branham. Josh says he can shoot, play D, pass, do it all. Okay. I'll take your word for that. I did not follow his career in Sacramento at all. I gotta keep an eye. I just realized the Hawks are playing somebody. They're playing the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are in full on tank mode, and the Hawks are beating them 53 to 52. I fully expect the Atlanta Hawks to beat the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are gonna probably lose out for the rest of the season. Oh, J Money, don't be like that. Okay. All right, Joshua, fair. Appreciate the homework. We're in a timeout right now, and the Spurs are finally starting to wake up a little bit. They were down by 17. They're on a 7-0 run at the moment, but man, this game started rough for sure. Glad to see that there's some life on our guys, and it's not from the guys you'd expect. It's from Jordan McLaughlin and Malachi Brandon. Colin, Chip England is with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, they have some really good shooters on the team. You got to wonder if Chip contributed to that. I would say probably. Coming back from the timeout, Malachi Branham is not afraid to let it fly, by the way. For better, for worse. We have an open three. Justin Minaya for three. 38-25, and there's the end of the run for the Spurs. We do need him back home. We do. Spurs ball. Malachi Branham stops, pops. No good. I did say he's not shy. Rebound by Donovan McClean. And it is Portland ball. Shaden Sharp bring it up. Sharp out to Minaya, and he's going to miss this one. Harrison Barnes with the rebound, and now a foul Foul on Devin Vassell. Foul was on Devin, not by Devin. Okay, foul by Matisse Thybulle. I'm sure they wouldn't mind having him back. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Sam Cassell as our next coach. I really wouldn't. Commando Ninja, that's a fair question. I mean, we used to be, Mono Ginobili was a second rounder. Tony Parker was a very late first rounder. Vassell with the ball, 6 on the shot clock. Stops, pops, no good. 38-25. Our offense is really, really poor tonight. Wow, McLaughlin either got pushed or took a freaking flop of Rooney, but Matisse Thybulle for 3. Oh, boy. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs, 14 on the shot clock. Galen Brunson back, nice. Is it a new tactic for Mitch, giving 20 points to their team before they start playing? Right? I mean, we let the Cavaliers get, what, 27 ahead of us, and they finally fought in the end and almost won. Biombo's checked back in for San Antonio. Devin with the ball. Out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's going to take off in the paint and passes off. Well, actually, Biombo just couldn't handle it. That's a turnover for the Spurs. Klingon with the steal. Shannon Sharp's going to lose the ball, and it's still going to be Portland ball, 17 in the shot clock. Steve Kerr? I don't know about that. Tax Brazilian Ghost, what's going on? 5 lug racing needs to see the game. Sucker! Shannon Sharp misses the 3. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. Can somebody get going for the Spurs offensively? Anybody? I don't care who. Coyote? Even though he's actually not at the game. McLaughlin in the paint. Over to Barnes. Barnes a step back 3 in the corner. Oh, what? He was looking for the foul and didn't get it. He threw the ball behind the backboard and now it's stuck up there. That went behind the backboard. Looks like there was a little bit of contact. Spurs wanted a foul, didn't get it. That was a horrible looking shot. Searching the Jazz need to win, but they are tanking. They are full on tank mode. We have a wide open 3 and a miss for Portland. Tentacle on Mitch Johnson. Hey, Mitch got a tentacle. JT, I don't know what to say about that shot. He was trying to get the foul, didn't get it, and he threw up a prayer, and that prayer was not even close. The ball, if this is the rim right here, went behind the backboard. You don't see that often. A shot that's supposed to be going this way won't be over here. That would be Shaq and a fool. If he were still Shaq and a fool. Shannon Sharp at the line for 1. We have 25 points in 16 minutes. Missed a free throw. But nice to see some signs of life for Mitch. I want to take a look at the replay. That's a foul. That should have been a foul. I think they're saying Harrison Barnes was seeking the contact and that he drew the contact. I mean, there might be some truth to that. Oh my gosh, Mitch Johnson was on the court when the Portland Trailblazer was shooting it. Can't do that, Mitch. Vassell with the ball. B, James. Vassell now falling all over the place. Spurs still have the ball. Biombo with the jumper gets swatted by Klingon. He says, "Get that crap out of here, old man." Go, no, no. What's in my house? Yeah, it really is Biscuit Buddy. Which that's why I didn't they kind of change that rule because of James Harden. 5 on the shot clock for San Antonio. Now a foul immediately as they get the ball in. It's on Portland, I think. Yeah. Wow. Foul on Matisse Thybulle. We're losing to the second and third stringers for Portland. All my teams suck. The Spurs, the Mariners. Oof, you're a Mariners fan? And Seahawks. I mean, 2 out of my 3 suck bad, Greg. Spurs and Giants. The Giants are a disaster. Heck, we have your old quarterback, Russell Wilson. McLaughlin to the paint, throws it in and 1. CJ, we'll be better next year. Yep, yep. I thought it was a foul. I mean, he did jump into him. They're saying he drew the contact. I mean, yeah, he faked the shot and the defender jumped into him. Of course he did. McLaughlin with a 3-point play. Blazers will get the ball up the court quickly. And the Spurs are there in transition. Oh, now a quick pull-up three is no good. That's an in-and-out burger. I don't know who shot. Kamara for three, no good. Spurs ball. Branham in the paint. Layup good. Malachi Branham will fire at will when he's in there. He ain't going to do much else. He's not playing defense, so get in there and score. You drafted you to be a three-level scorer. Show it's the three levels. Blazers ball, 41 to 37 minutes to go. Tybal for three, no good. The Blazers are settling for a lot of threes. That ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Portland ball. Good evening, Mike. Thank you for stopping in. The Raptors, our last winnable game. I think we have one more game that we play a poor team, Commando. I mean, teams could be tanking too, or not playing. I mean, Phoenix might be eliminated by the time we play them, so and they've been a mess this year. So I think we have two more winnable games. I think the Suns and the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock for Portland. Kamara for three. Nope. Portland's settling for all threes. So their coach say, "Hey, gotta start chucking threes." The Blazers are 6 of 18. We are 3 of 12. They are shooting better than this. They're at 33%. We're at 25. Mama's going to fake the three over to CP3. He'll take the three over Klingon. No good. All right, David. Thank you for stopping in. Pat McCaff draft night is end of June, like June 25th-ish. Legend, what's up? Octane, thank you for stopping in. Missed by Portland, and it is Spurs ball. Barnes drives in the paint. Altamamu over to Champagny for three. All right, there we go. Single digits. Vassell's going to be on the ban list. Two assists. Two assists should be doable, Legend. But he is a path. He is a shoot first and shoot later player. As in, passing is not his forte. It's another miss from Portland. Our backups are actually playing pretty well. The guys that don't usually play. Malachi Branham, Jordan McLaughlin. Mamu for three. Nope. Passes it over to Branham. Over to Champagny. Barnes is open in the corner. Champagny's going to drive in the paint. Misses the layup. Barnes feasts in the corner. Really should have got the ball out to him. And now coast to coast. Tumani Kamara, excuse me. Makes it double digits again. 43-33 10-point game. 14 Spurs or 24 Celtics. Spurs. Oh, what rules are we playing under? 2014 rules or 2024, though? Bards in the paint, good. I think we probably win that one. The Spurs were just so focused that year. The beautiful, I mean, their ball movement. I think the Spurs taking that one. I think it's a tough series. I think it goes 6 or 7. By no means do I think that's a sweep. There's another missed three by Portland. And we have a foul, I think, on Klingon. All right. What's up, Levi and friends? And yes, David G, UConn won another one. If we want to be a serious team next season, we need to get rid of Branham and Wesley. I can't argue against that. I like both players. I wish they were much better than they have been for us. But who'd you rather have as our backup point guard next year? Blake Wesley or Chris Paul? And I know Paul's getting old. But who's going to run the second unit better? Who's going to be more consistent, more reliable? It's Chris Paul, even at his advanced age, at CP3. I love Blake's speed, but he can't shoot to save his life at this point. CP throws the ball over to Branham. 4 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Branham drives in the paint. Layup. All right, Malachi. 6-point game. J Money Castle on the bench. He's not been playing much. He's also not been playing well. So Mitch is going with whoever's playing well, and Branham has 7 points now and 3 or 4 shooting. Sharp in the paint, gets by everybody. Easy bucket, 45-37. Who's our center? Mamu? Yeah. CP3 with the ball. Spurs now 45-37. The Spurs are in the bonus. Keldon now with the ball. Spins around into the paint. Pull up Jay. No good. I'm not sure Kelman has scored yet. Jan Kowalski, thank you for stopping in. And that's a turnover by Portland. Ball goes out of bounds. Spurs ball. Down by 8. Luminex is going to be a very fun offseason. Mars 101, thank you for stopping in. I know. Kokoshibo, I don't think Castle's getting 60 either. James, I hear you. I don't want to root for our guys to lose. At least not like this. If you lose, go down swinging. I'll root for our guys. I mean, Portland's in tank mode with their injury report. Castle in the paint. Layup good. Steps back in the game, guys. Juan Nunez, David, tore something in his knee this year, so who knows when he's going to be ready. Tina, thank you for stopping in. Turnover by Portland. Kelvin in the paint. Misses a layup. The fight for the rebound. And the ball is saved right back to Devin Vassell. That's a charge on Devin. Yeah. That was so obvious. Nice hustle play. Nice steal. Takes it into the paint and just absolutely runs over to Manny Kamara, who was perfect positioning. Stepped over, got in a spot. Vassell ran into him. Clear charge. Anthony, they've been. They're not as bad as they could have been without Fox and Wemby. They show some heart. They gave the Cavs all they could give the other night. So yeah, I think overall, yes. Castle to the paint, bring it down. There we go. Steph is heating up. Boston, I heard he didn't do well this year. The sites I read about his knee injury said he was really struggling with his shot. He might be a dog, but if you're a dog that can't shoot, we can't use another player like that on this team. We can't bring another player in and hope to fix his shot. We've been trying that the last few years, and Sohan's shot's not fixed yet. Blake Wesley's shot's not fixed yet. Castle needs to fix his shot. Kelman's shot's broken now. Devin's three-point shooting is not as efficient as it has been. Yeah, we can't bring a non-shooter on this team, not at this point. Jazz are getting blocked. Of course they are, James. Of course they are. The Jazz are in full tank mode. There's no doubt in my mind they were going to lose that game. They're probably going to lose out the rest of the year. They're resting their best players when they're healthy and just, out for knee rehab. Castle gets all sorts of out of control and loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover San Antonio. Joshua, from what I'm reading, Danny Wolf is projected to go mid to late first round. It's not official yet, so we might not have to trade down if we have the 15th pick or 16th pick or whatever. Oh, wait, trade down. Sorry, I'm reading it. Trade down. You mean trade down from the Atlanta pick to get him. I got you. I won't be opposed to that. There's a miss by Atlanta. Castle bringing it up for the Spurs. Gets it to Champagne. He stops, pops for 3. All right, Julian. Stop calling him Jules. Gosh, that is annoying. Anybody want to smack the taste out of Jacob Toby's mouth every time he does that? We have a foul on Stephon Castle. I think he's going to go, from what I'm reading, Josh, around 25th. I like Rasheer Fleming, though, with our current spot, but it also depends on what we do with that first pick. I mean, if we move up in the top 4 and get somebody like an Ace Bailey, then maybe we don't draft a Fleming. I don't want to use our lottery pick on a backup. That's for darn sure. Kamara for 3. Splash. At least the Spurs are waking up at the end of the half here. CJ, what's up? Kelvin flies in the paint and misses the layup. Ooh, he can't buy a shot these days. He was rough his last 2 games, I believe. Kamara for 3 again. No good. Kelvin with the rebound. He'll get out to CP3, up to Castle. Castle turns a ball. He's fouled. He's fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. Jacques Jonas, I've seen mocked to the Spurs a couple times. Kasparis? Road trip, I don't know. I've never heard anybody call him Jules except for the announcer. I'm assuming somebody does. I can't do it. Castle with 9-3-3 tonight at the line for two. Somebody said there's a severe lack of headbands. Lack of headbands. Bum, 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 bum. Castle missed the first free throw. Who needs a headband when you got this guy right here rocking the sexiest headband on YouTube? Wow. 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 May the headband be with you. Castle makes a second one. 49-45. Both teams are in the bonus. Wemby, Castle, Paul, Sohan, Flag. David, I'm torn on that because you got three guys that are below average three-point shooters. Powell and Kelvin Johnson, that's two free throws coming up for Portland. Fox is a subpar three-point shooter. Castle obviously needs a lot of work. Sohan needs a lot of work. The floor spacing on that lineup would be disastrous. We would have a lot of guys that can attack the rim, but a few of those guys would have to work on their three-point shooting in the offseason. Just saying. Delano Banton's at the line for two. Missed the first one. Let's sell one more assist, please. Might as well just send Castle for one. He's always going to. It does seem like he goes 1 for 2 a lot, lights out. Blazers just got to David Robinson's number. We have 1 minute to go, 50-45. At least it's a close game now. The Spurs are looking like they're going to get blown out. Kelvin open for three. Without the offensive rebound, gets it to Castle over to CP3. Back to Champagne in the corner. No good. Klingon with the rebound. Castle harassing his old teammate. Then coast to coast layup, good. Nice job, Delano Banton. Nice shot. Ernie, it's going well. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but I mean, who is? Keldon with the ball again. One-on-one with Klingon. He's just going to launch a long three. Air ball. I think Keldon's 0 for everything tonight. He had hurt his back a few games ago. I wonder if he's not 100% because, man, he looks terrible. He looked bad in the last game, looks bad tonight. He looks even worse tonight. Sharp for three in the corner. In and out. Klingon with the putback. Castle bringing up the court. He's going to fire off a quick three. No good. We had a little more time. You didn't need to shoot that quick. We're down by 9 at the end of the first. Igor Demon's a name I've seen mocked to us a couple times, Commando. I think it's going to depend on if Chris Paul comes back. He's a big guy too, isn't he? If I'm thinking of the right player, is he like 6'5", 6'6", point guard? Fox, Castle, Flag, Katie, and Wemby. No Katie Greco. I'm sorry. I don't want Kevin Durant. The amount of assets we'll have to give up, the huge contract, and look at his track record with the Nets and with the Suns. It has not gone well there. I don't want that coming here. I'm sorry. I respect anybody that says they want Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, I respect your opinion. Anybody that says that they want KD, I don't want him. I really don't. I hope he does not come to the Spurs. Is he 6'9"? Holy moly. You said down to 5.5? Well, 6'9" point guard. Dang. David, we'll see what happens. Let's get into the halftime stats for our Spurs and the Blazers. This has not been the game I thought it was going to be. The Blazers are resting a ton of. Oh gosh, yeah. And Atlanta's blown out Utah. Big surprise, right? Atlanta's up 81-64. Looking around the NBA, the Celtics are murdering Washington. No surprise, 60-39. The Bulls won 131-117. All right. The Bulls, I think, are pretty close to being a play-in team. Credit to them because they could have packed it up a while ago. Anyway, let's get to the halftime stats for our game. Box score. The Spurs got outscored 33-18 in the first. We did fight back in the second, outscored them 27-21 to make it a 9-point game, but The first quarter is looking like we were going to get blown out. Thank goodness we're not. For Portland, Tumani Kamara has 8 points, not shooting, and 7 boards, but not shooting particularly well. He's 3 of 10 from the field, including 1 of 8 from three-point land. Donovan Clingan with 8 points and 6 boards and 2 blocks. Matisse Thybulle with 3. Shannon Sharp with 9. He's struggling from the floor a bit. He's 3 of 9 from the field. And he's got 4 first half turnovers. Ouch. That's not too good. Delano Banton with 14 points. Off the bench, Justin Minaya with 5. Jabari Walker with 2. Chris Murray with 0. And Ryan Rupert with 5. The Blazers have 9 turnovers in the first half. They are shooting 43, 29, and 70 from the field. Oh gosh, what is this halftime show? Besides just weird. For our San Antonio Spurs, they are shooting 37, 26, and 67. Just terrible across the board on our splits. We have 8 turnovers for the game. For our starters, Harrison Barnes, only 2 points. He's 1 of 2 tonight. He played well his last few games. He's not doing a whole lot tonight. Bismack Biyombo with 4 points. CP3 with 0. He's got 3 assists, no points. Devin Vassell struggling a little bit from the field. He's 4 of 10. He's got 10 points and 5 rebounds. Steph Castle has 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 turnovers. He is 3 of 8 from the field, but he's 0 for 3 from 3. His 3-point shot is gone. He wasn't shooting great, but as of late, he can't buy a 3. Off the bench, going with an 11-man rotation tonight. Mambo came in, ran around, did some cardio, and got 0 points. Julian Sampenny with 7. Kelvin Johnson, a nightmarish first half. He has 2 block shots, but he has 0 points, a team worst minus 18, and he's 0 for 7, including 0 for 3 from 3. Kelvin with a abysmal first half. There's probably some jokes about Kelvin leading Team Tank. Roy McLaughlin came in, had 5 points in 4 minutes. Malachi Branham had 7 points in 8 minutes. And Blake Wesley ran around and did some cardio. He had 0 in 5 minutes. So there you go. We got some guys playing really poor tonight. Really poor. And that's probably why the score is what it is right now. So let's get back to the chat. Bobby February, good evening to you. Next year we'll battle for the 6th spot. Well, we could win a championship with KD. Again, how many championships and finals appearances did the Nets and the Suns have with Kevin Durant? Actually, did they get to the finals with Durant? Or was that before he showed up there? That was before he got there, right? I think that was before he got there. That was with CP3 and Booker. I mean, yes, I know the Warriors won with Kevin Durant, but that was a championship caliber team before he got there. Kevin Durant going to teams that aren't championship caliber have not done anything. And I'm sorry, I'm just looking at history. I could say, well, TSR Wemby's different. And I would agree Wemby's different, but a 37-year-old player whose defense is only getting worse year by year, who was 1 injury away from his career possibly being over for $50 million. If we were in a position to win next year, maybe I'd be on board for this. I don't think we win next year if we bring Kevin Durant in. We've seen super teams fail left and right in the NBA when they just try to throw players together and say, yeah, we got it. I don't want it to happen. Giving up the assets we'll have to give up. Now, what if he walks after a year? Isn't he at 1 year left on his contract? What if he leaves? He's jumped ship numerous times in his career. What if he comes here for a year? We give away all these assets and he says, yeah, you know what? We didn't win a championship. I'm going somewhere else. Now what? Now what? Now we're screwed. And he's injured again. We don't need, yeah, another guy with the ball in the hand. Yeah. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys want him. I'm just making the case that I think that sets our franchise back long run. And I don't want to see that. We're playing the long game here. Build around Wemby, build around Castle, build around Fox. To try to do what we did with the big three, with Duncan, Ginobili, Parker. The Spurs built something that lasted almost 2 decades with those three. That's what I want to see the Spurs do with Wemby. Let's try to win right now. And then with this older player, when he retires or moves on, Now we got to kind of hit the reset button for a couple years and get, and if it was a fantastic deal, like a bag, like if it's Devin Vassell, sorry, Devin Vassell, and I don't know, Devin and Kelman for salary match. It would actually be Devin and Kelman for salary match, roughly, and make maybe one first round pick. Maybe I would consider it, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more than that. And I don't. I mean, in the end, if Wemby wants him here and the Spurs make a trade, then obviously I'll root for him and I hope it works. It doesn't seem like doesn't seem Spursing. Yeah, when he went to the Warriors, that's different. Stay young and focus on development. I agree, Addy. I'd trade up the draft by adding Barnes to CP3 for a pick swap. I'm sure. Oh gosh, they're doing the top five plays of last night. This is clearly an AI reading this. Or is this a person and she's just really horrible? Oh no, this has got to be AI. So this is where right now the NBA top plays are now just an AI reading it. Man, the AI stuff is out of control. Not to be weird, but I was flipping through YouTube and I caught a video. I only watched like the first minute or two of it, I think, first couple minutes. But there's a AI OnlyFans now, and there's apparently some channel making 10 grand a month, like $10,000 a year. I'm like, what? There's all saying that. It's crazy what AI is doing now. And I know there's a lot of AI YouTube channels, and I guess they're called faceless channels, and they're doing better on this channel by far. I'm like, it's yeah, it's very crazy, Commando. I miss plugging in any player and then watching them. I miss plugging in any player and watching to see Rich Jefferson expecting more, but oh gosh, Rich Jefferson, yeah, I remember Richard Jefferson. That did not work out too well. Do you think any of these Duke players' stock dropped by that dumb collapse last night? Fontaine, I was talking about that earlier. I don't think Cooper Flag's stock dropped whatsoever. He's still number one. I saw a little of Concanapple play in the game. I don't think his stock drafted much. Malawatch is the one that may have. And the reason I say that is I believe he only had 6 points, but one of you said that he had 0 rebounds last night. I'd be shocked if that was correct. But if he looked bad out there in the biggest game of the for them the biggest game of the year, that could hurt him a little bit. Still a top 10 tick pick probably, but would he fall back a little bit? I don't know. Joshua, I can't argue with that. LaMarcus Aldridge is definitely the biggest acquisition the Spurs ever made in free agency. He played well for us the first few years, but never, we didn't have enough firepower to win another championship with him, unfortunately. Um, yeah, Jefferson, I'm trying to think of somebody worse. Not a worse pick. Joshua Primo's the worst pick in my lifetime for the Spurs. But worst free agent signing? He's got to be it, right? He came here and did nothing. Nothing. Oh, they're showing a replay of Donovan Mitchell just owning Blake Wesley and then dunking it. That's cool. Milowatch seems a very raw player who will need 3 to 4 years to get a decent. Yeah. Denny, Eli for Portland, he's not playing, but he played pretty well this year, hasn't he? When I seen him play with Portland, he's played well. Eddie Anderson, worst free agent. There's some other ones that we're probably forgetting. We should have won in 2016 with Aldridge, Kawhi going. Yeah, that's a good point. Now you're talking about the Warriors game where Kawhi got hurt. I mean, I don't know if we would have won that year. We'll never know. Remember Michael Finley? Oh, Michael Finley. Wow. Spurs don't have time to draft such raw players. I think we will be a playoff team next year. So yeah, I mean, we can't have guys that we need to develop for 2 or 3 years. We need guys that can play now, and I think that's why a lot of mocks have us taking Con Knuckle because he can shoot, he can pass. He's seems NBA ready. I mean, Cooper Flag, of course, is one of the younger players in the draft, but he's ready now. Zachary Rissache, Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month. He averaged 16.3 points per game and shot 53% from the field. That's the guy you want to keep an eye on for Rookie of the Year. If he plays extremely well to close out the season and Steph struggles, I mean, there's a small percentage of the season left, but you never know who's going to get these awards. I was talking about the MVP earlier. There's been a lot of, you know, a lot of head scratchers with the MVP award. Steph, the Western Conference Rookie of the Month, averaged 19 and a half plus 4.4 rebounds, 4.8 assists. I don't know why Steph averaged almost 20. All right, well, there you go. Miles is just a rim runner for Duke. Surprised people are even willing to take him in the top 10. It seems like he's in the top 6. Lippy, I'm sorry. I haven't looked at that stuff. Any type of investment, I said this to someone recently. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. Don't let it stress you. That's all I'm saying. That we don't want to obviously get dig into deeper of why that's happening. That because we'd have to get political. I don't want to do that, but stay the course. And if anything, now's the time to buy. I'm gonna be looking at buying some stock this week. If it's gonna be down, time to buy. What's up, T-Gunk82? Thank you for stopping in. How many Andersons are we talking about here? Now that would scare me, Commando. Is Khan another Reed Shepard? Khan's a bigger player. Isn't he like 6'7"-ish and Reed is 6'3"? By the watching Canupo are NBA ready? I was watching Khan. His defense is pretty bad, isn't it? Paisan, look, it is. I'm not gonna. I've seen people say Cass will be one of the weakest rookies of the year. It's no fault to him. But statistically speaking, yes, he's not averaging 18 plus or 20. Wemby was averaging over 20 a game when he won. A lot of rookies of the year have averaged 20 or more. Nobody's even sniffing 20 points per game this year. Yes, it is a weaker draft class. It is what it is. Castle's minutes were up and down in a roller coaster. He didn't start a lot of games. If he was a starter from day one to the end, like Wemby was last year or prior rookies of the year, he probably would average 17 or 18 a game. He averaged 19 and a half last month, but he wasn't getting the opportunities because he was coming off the bench a lot. Granted, his efficiency has been not the best either. I still think he'd be averaging 17 or 18, and if he was averaging 17, 18 a game, people would not be saying he's one of the worst rookies of the year all time. Yeah, but I'm surprised the Rockets took him. Kysel says VJ Edgecombe is the best fit. He's a wing, right? Stocks are in free fall. Selling short has been beautiful. Selling short. Wait, free falling, you don't want to sell short. Or do you mean buying for people that are selling short? I don't know the lingo for stocks. I know I want to look into buying some this week. All right, third quarter underway, and the Spurs, why am I 9? Now, Edgecombe's a wing. We need size on this team. Bring out the merch. While watch at 21. No. No, Fonzo. I cannot see. Oh, making money betting on the price. I don't gamble, so I won't be doing that, Joshua. But congrats to you. Um, Malawatch is not dropping to. I'd be shocked if he drops out of the lottery. But sell for 3. All right, 54 to 48. I'm one of those people that tend to just sit on stuff. I'm terrible at that. You guys know I collect comic books. There's a book that's hot now that I got for like $3, and I have like 10 copies. It's the first brand new day book now is starting to catch a lot of heat. I'm probably just gonna sit on like 10 copies, and I just enjoy them. I don't collect comics for an investment. 56-48, 11-11 to go. Make a wish. I wish the Spurs get the first overall pick in this coming draft. CP3 is going to drive to the rim, gets it to Biamo. Biamo's little jumper is good. We don't need another guard. Okay. Stephen J, thank you for stopping in. Selling short is extremely dangerous. You sell borrowed shares. Well, not something I'm doing, Robert. There's a 3-4 Kamara. I know nothing about it, so I'm not getting to that game. But Sell's going to drive. Cranks it good. Devin Sell is heating up. Eddie Brock is the new Carnage? What? Venom is now Carnage? Foul on Steph Castle. That's his third foul. I swear, Marauders, if we draft a guard, I might swear. I try not to swear on this channel, but sometimes it just comes out. Our first pick cannot be a guard. I know there's some really good guards in this draft. We've got plenty of guards slash wings. We don't need more. We're at foul in San Antonio. Kamara gets fouled, gonna go to the line for two. Oh, no. Two free throws coming up, and the Blazers can get it back to over 10. Kamara is rocking a headband, guys, so he does have the headband power. He's got 13 points, 5 this quarter, making 14 and 6. Spurs are losing to the Blazers. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, my math was bad. Still single digits. I'm sorry. 9 points. Steph will bring it up for the Spurs. I'm sorry. Math was off. I must be a little tired. Devasel now with the ball. Drops it off to CP3. We finally get the ball back to Castle. The elbow jumper is no good. Belippy, the Blazers have 2 more wins. Josh, you might not be wrong there. And that's a foul on the Blazers. Turnover, Spurs ball. We need size. CP3 with a brick 3. The team seriously needs size right now. We need shooting and size, preferably a player that can fill both those holes, which is why Cooper Flag would fit perfectly with the Spurs. He's what, 6'10", can shoot, can defend. He checks all those boxes. There's a miss by Sharp with Don McClinton with the putback. Now they are up double digits, 63 to 52. Yamo in the paint, spins around the turnaround J. Gonna bounce off the rim, no good. Sharp with the rebound. And the Blazers have a 5-on-3. Tybal for 3. Timeout. Oh, yep, the third quarter is upon us. If we draft another 6'5", 6, yeah, exactly, Paisan. We need somebody that can, yes. Addy Troll, yes, it is. New York inning. We should keep both our picks and build our bench through the draft. It's, I've talked to you guys. I mean, with the high pick, it seems like it might be Concanapple, Nipple. Second pick, maybe Rasheer Fleming. The last pick, we're talking about Maxine Reyno. Who the heck knows what they're going to do, though? No, we needed a timeout. Definitely need a timeout. Chad's been a little better. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Granted, this is an ugly game right now, but we've competed against some of the best teams in the NBA. Just barely lost to Cleveland the other night. He's been more animated on the sideline, calling more challenges, calling more timeouts when other teams on a run. He has been getting better. Does that mean I want him to coach the team next year? No, but let's give a little credit where credit is due. No, no, Brian. Definitely don't take size for the sake of size. I don't want another sandwich. Do you think we'll make more trades? Alexander, I don't know. I I really don't know with Brian Wright running the show. He has surprised me with his trades. I haven't been overly crazy about his drafting. I think he's been average at best there. I mean, you could say, well, Wemby, TSR is an A+. Who wasn't drafting Wemby that year? Everybody was. That's a no-brainer. Castle was a good find. Vassell, his giving out contracts, the Zach Collins contract that we originally gave out, and then the extension to Demisel, but his trades. The DeJounte Murray trade was absolutely fantastic. Even if the Hawks aren't a lottery team this year, still, we got a lot more for DeJounte than we probably should have. The Acapulco trade was done very well. The Darren Fox trade, that came out much better than expected. The only trade that, top of my head, that doesn't look good under Brian Wright was we should have got more for Derek White. But at the time of the trade, Derek had been injured, wasn't playing well. we're seeing the best version of Derek White in Boston this season and last season. But when he was traded, he was not that player, so I can't beat him up too much. It does, in hindsight, 2020 look like a bad trade, but Derek was not that guy here. He wasn't. He'd been dinged up a lot, and he's healthy now, and he's playing on a much better team, which of course is elevating his game because it's giving him, more open shots, more opportunities. What happened? We're losing. Yeah, Commando, that draft, Sohan, Wesley Branham, his drafting has been questionable. His contract extensions, sometimes head scratching, but he's, the trade. So, I mean, he can't blow this draft. That's turnover for the Spurs. Teams have made crazy moves since 2020. It's true, yeah, I mean, they made a lot of crazy moves. The Joshua Primo is easily his worst pick, his worst move by far. Let's throw out the fact that why he got away from the team. The kid was projected to be somewhere in the mid 20s, and we took him at 12. That's a huge reach. And a lot of you asked me, TSR, what if, he never pulled his Primo out? Would he, do you think he'd be a big part of our team right now? Listen, he kind of sucked his rookie year. He showed some nice things in, I want to say, summer league or preseason, the regular season. There wasn't a whole lot. Oh, Klingon, what a huge block on Biombo. Portland ball. He was a terrible shooter. He played briefly for the Clippers and their G League team, and then he signed to the Bulls G League team, and they cut him shortly after. And now he's nowhere. Just the talent wasn't there. Vassell for three. Nope. Shannon Sharp with the rebound. Spurs down by 14 with 8:11 to go. A wide open three in the corner. It's good for Delano Banton. We just got 69. It's funny. I rewatched that recently to see who was around the Primo pick. I watched my reaction today. Yeah, I watched my own reaction. Chris Paul for two. And right before Primo was picked, I was saying we need a big. Kai Jones was on the board, who hasn't done anything. But Alperen Şengün was there too. And I was like, draft a big, draft a big. Now, Kai would have been a terrible pick, but Primo wasn't anywhere on that board. Turnover Portland at Spurs ball 7.5 minutes ago. CP3 with the ball, drives in the paint. Gets it to Biombo. Biombo with that little jumper. Biombo likes that little 4-foot jumper, roughly. Legend? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I forgot about you. I forgot you were tracking the assists for Devin Vassell. Banton with the ball right now for Portland. Little Euro step. Tough fadeaway. No good. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. Castle bring it up for the Spurs. Steph drops it off the Paul. Back to Castle. Castle going to take off. Back to CP3. Over to Barnes. To Vassell in the corner. And he's fouled on the three-point shot. He's going to go to the line for one, not two, but three. 69-56. Spurs can cut the lead to 10. Yes, it is, Joshua. Knowing a player's personality is part of a GM's job, but I mean, if he had never exhibited poor decision making like that before, there's no way of knowing that when he gets into the NBA, he's going to have that kind of conduct. Because let's not forget, if you're an 18-year-old kid coming out of high school or your first year of college, whatever it is, and you've gone from maybe struggling your whole life, Vassell's first free throw was no good. Maybe you didn't, I grew up in assisted living. Maybe you lived in that situation. Family didn't have a lot of money. And then all of a sudden, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire and you feel invincible and feel like you can do whatever you want. And bad decision making usually comes with that. That young and being a millionaire, some people handle it well, some do not. Tracy, I don't know what to do with some of those guys. Vassell, Sohan, Johnson. It's like, where do they fit in? They were all drafted pre-Wemby. Do any of them make the starting lineup next year? I don't know. I don't know. Sohan's been dinged up quite a bit this last season and this season. There's the turnover again for Portland. Vassell with the ball. He's going to bring it up for San Antonio. Drives in the paint. And alley-oop to Biombo, and he's going to give it that thunder.
Thunder. Thunder.
Fox, Castle, Vassell, Son, Wemmy is the big five in the future. Big Yipsby, I hope so, but I don't know. Right, Dax? Alyssa, the Spurs, I don't think we're selling this game. They're struggling. Maybe he had one of the teachers that wanted to, maybe. Imagine we trade for Kevin Durant and give up KJ and Vassell. We could really use Edgecombe and a skill set. Uh, I don't like the Kevin Durant thing. It just gives me trying to win now vibes, and we've seen that blow up on a lot of teams. Vassell, six man, A. McKelvin, sure. When do we need to pay Wemby? So Alexander next year is his third year of his contract. Year number 4 is the last year of his contract, and his rookie extension will be. We can extend him in his third year, fourth year. I assume the Spurs are going to try to lock him down earlier than later. They signed Devin to a 5-year rookie contract extension. I'm hoping they do that with Wemby as well. That guarantees at least 9 years with the Spurs. What's happening, Hanover Fists? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you all for being here tonight. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Sunday. Hopefully, you had a great weekend. It is back to work tomorrow, though. Ooh, I want to do this to work. Rico actually already did a video on his draft picks. I talked about that. I don't know if I don't know if I did his trades well. I know I've done 2 videos on Brian Wright in the last few years, so let's wait and see how he does on this draft. I mean, the Spurs with Wemby before Fox were below 500 team. So starting lineup would be Fox, Castle, Vassell, Durant, Wemby, or no, Vassell's got to get traded if you're bringing Katie in for salary cap. So starting lineup would be Fox, Castle, Sohan, Durant, Wemby, or a draft pick in place of Sohan. I don't know if that's enough. You're asking a lot of an older player pushing 40 to carry a team. Not carry the team, but be an important part of the team. I'd rather have Ace Bailey. I'd rather go young, but to get Ace Bailey, Addy, we're gonna have a top 4 pick for sure. He's projected to go around number 3. I would be very happy if we get Ace Bailey third overall. The Spurs jump up that much in the draft, call it a win. We don't have to be overly greedy and say first pick or bust. No, a top 4 pick would still be fantastic. It is Blazers ball up by 9. Spurs on an 8-0 run in the last minute and 35 seconds. It is Blazers ball. Driving the paint, and the layup is good by Chris Murray. Have not said his name a lot tonight. I would honestly, Greco, I'd take Ace Bailey over 37-year-old Kevin Durant in that salary at this point. I would. I'm thinking building for the future and long term, and not just win next year. I'm being straight with you. Devin Vassell for 3, no good. I sure as hell am taking Cooper Flag over Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant was 7 years younger, that's a 5 years younger. Totally different conversation we're having. With a 37-year-old Durant for 50 million a year, so it's going to cost us a lot of assets. I'm taking the young guy. Spurs ball 71 to 60. 100% Flag over Durant. Personally. Barnes in the paint. Layup good. And if you were to restructure his contract, then let's have a talk. We have a drive. Is that not a travel? All right, guess not. That's a missed 3, and Biombo with the rebound. I like Fleming Font Swine. I really do. He sounds like he'd be a good fit for us. 6'9", 7'5" wingspan. Barnes for 3. Gives us some size, can shoot the 3. I believe he shot around 42% from 3 this year. And he'd be available likely with our 15th or 16th overall pick, wherever that may land. Delano Banton in the paint layup, and Delano Banton is having a great game against us. You would take Knipple over Flag? Really? Huh. You're welcome, Rico. I keep it real here. I'll be honest with you guys. And if I'm getting mocked for it. Yo, if you see TSR said he would take Ace Bailey over Kevin Durant, that guy's stupid. Chris Paul with a pull-up J, good. 6-point game. I'm thinking long term, guys. I'm thinking dynasty. Delano Banton in the paint, rolls off the rim, going to go to line for two. David Lee, like number 92. Are we not to 100 yet? Still trying to get to thumbs up number 100. Ooh, struggle's real. My friends, if you are hanging out tonight and you've been in the chat but have not hit the thumbs up, what you waiting for? It helps the channel and it makes you an official member and sponsor of TSR Sports. What's better than that? Ace will be a bust. Well, big. If he comes to us and he is a bust, that would suck. Banton misses the first free throw. I'm taking Rich over Durant. I teach them all. That's two of you are saying that bust vibes out of Ace Bailey. Interesting. Okay. You never know. I mean, a player, who the heck knows? Made the second free throw. 74-67. Delano Banton with 20 points. I don't know what his career high is or his season high, but I got to think he's getting close to both tonight. Champagne's checking in, gets it over to Biombo. Biombo with a rifle over to Vassell. Vassell getting harassed by Banton, starts to drive, stops. Tough shot. Good. And we just 69 the Blazers. Oh, Ace can't pass? Well, I don't like reading that. That's a good point. Area 51 just made. You don't know how players' games going to translate from the NBA or from college to the NBA. Yeah, you have those anomalies that look like they're going to be guaranteed hits. Your LeBron James, your Victor Wembanyama's, those type of guys. But then you have your Anthony Bennett's that just don't translate at all. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and I think that's off San Antonio. If you don't remember Anthony Bennett is, I did a video on him on this channel. He was selected first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers over a decade ago. He was not expected to go first, but he went first, and he's one of the worst, if not worst, first overall picks of all time. You're hoping for Tom Berenger, Andy who? You get it, you get it. Or are you thinking more Bradley Cooper? Portland ball up by 5. 8 on the shot clock for Portland. Dan with the ball way out in three-point land. It's going to take a long three. Bounce off the backboard and off the rim. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball. Well, Fontaine, we already have a player like that. That's Malachi Brandon. If his shot's not falling, he ain't doing anything. And the Spurs just turn the inbound pass over. Walker foul, going to go to line for 2. Walker, Texas Ranger. Kwame Brown, yeah. She was Typhoon, so I keep putting her up here. Kwame Brown, terrible. Greg Oden, who was not so much a talent issue. It was an injury issue, but great. Oden turned out to be a huge bust because of he was an injury bust, but still a bust. Blippy just said Greg Oden. There you go. Good morning, Jay. There's no guarantees. I mean, usually the first overall pick, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, they pan out. But then you have Nikola Jokic is arguably the best player on the planet. Second round pick. Ginobili, second round pick. Parker, late first round pick. Wow, Portland's playing a full court defense. Like they're like trying. Good for them. I think they haven't been trying. Blake will get over the midcourt line in time. Gets it to Kelvin. Kelvin has not made a shot tonight. Kelvin into the paint. We'll throw it out to Mamu. Back to Blake. 6 on the shot clock for San Antonio. Blake's going to take off into the paint. Throws it up off the glass. Rolls off the rim. No good. Portland ball. Up by 6. Murray for 3. Back to 9. Greg Oden was before that's right. Oden and then Kevin Durant. Kelvin with the Euro step and another miss. Gets his own miss. Loses it out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. Kelvin is 0 for everything, I think. Gilbert Arenas was a second runner. That's right. I think Mitch Johnson is challenging this. What's he challenging? Oh, Robert, the lottery's always a gamble. Ryan says, I still say the biggest bust was not number one, but number two, Darko Milicic. Yeah. LeBron, Darko, Carmelo. Ooh. Go Spurs, go. What's going on? We're in a timeout right now. I mean, check out this draft. Number one, Akeem Olajuwon. Number three, Michael Jordan. Number two, Sam Bowie. One of these things is not like the other. Not like the other. Not like the other. It would be these Portland Trailblazers that drafted Sam Bowie number two overall. Ouch. Now they had just drafted Clyde Drexler, I believe, the year before, so they already had a shooting guard. They could have moved him to small forward. He was like 6'7", wasn't he? And drafted MJ at shooting guard. I'm getting they were going size, but man, ouchie. From my couching. Also, you never know what the vibe will be. Some players just do not gel with their teammates. Yeah. Barkley and Stockton were after, but oh, Barkley, that's right. That was a loaded draft. Right. Charles Barkley and John Stockton. Yeah. It's challenged by Portland. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I guess they're saying it was off of San Antonio. Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and John Stockton. That's 80% of a team right there. All you need is a small forward, or put Charles at small forward and draft it. Was there another forward in that draft? And you got a whole starting lineup. You have one of the greatest centers of all time, one of the greatest point guards of all time, the greatest shooting guard of all time, one of the greatest forwards of all time. That's a stacked draft. Oh, Utah's tanking. Yep, yep. Utah is in full freaking tank mode. We took Alvin Robertson. Man, that guy was a really good player, but I'm not going to go into it in here, but he's got some bad juju on his name. Some things that happened later in life. Yeah, that draft back then, wasn't it like 6 or 7 rounds? Oh, so not only did the Blazers lose the challenge, but now there's a foul on Rupert that they originally didn't call because he hit Kelvin in the face. Kelvin for Cam Johnson. One Johnson for another. A Johnson swap. When I saw Kelvin get popped, that worked against Portland. LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Mel. Yeah, that's a great draft too, Brian. That's. I saw that Blippy. I saw something about Mitch Trubisky, and you traded up for Mitch Trubisky, right? Didn't you give up a lot of draft capital for him? Like 3 first-round picks or something crazy? Two or three, whatever it was too much. Champagny with the ball gets it out to Blake Wesley. Spurs down 78-69 under 2 minutes to go. Blake's going to fly into the paint. Pull up jumper is no good. Is Blake like 0 for his last 10 or something? Reverse layup by Rupert going backdoor is good. We're back down double digits. Red, somebody's got to dominate. Yeah, that's right. The Bears took Mitch Trubisky over Pat Mahomes. That's right. I forgot about that. Malachi Branham misses a layup in the paint. And now a foul on Shaden Sharp, and because they're in the bonus, that's 2 free throws for the Blazers. I gotta remember that next time Damon Hernandez stops in to troll me on the Giants, and be like, weren't you the team that traded a bunch of picks for Mitch Trubisky and drafted him over uh, Pat Mahomes? Are you that Bears team? I don't know if I want Blake back next year. He's so up and down. He was up, had one of the best games of the season a few games ago, and then he had one of his worst games of the season. He was 0 for 7 against Cleveland. Pick number 228. Yeah, Kelman had been good, Grieco, but I wonder if his back is bothering him because he looks awful. Like really bad. I wonder if he's just not getting the lift because he missed half a game due to a sore back. I'm telling you, if that Johnson's dinged, I'm pulling him out. Don't leave him in. You could cause further injury. Kelvin in the paint. A layup. He took him. I can't believe that wasn't a travel. He did a double hop. I think the refs are saying one of the Blazers players hit the ball, but it looked like a travel. I put the points on the wrong team. I'm sorry. I was so confused by that play. Well, no defense in the paint. There's an easy dunk by Walker. Jeez. Wait, it was 10 rounds in 84? 10 rounds. Holy crap. Turnover. Blake Wesley with a turnover. And then Blake pokes the ball out of Mania's hand. So do unto others as they do to you. Malachi Brandon flies in the paint, and he's going to throw it down. 84-73. Portland ball. They can 2 for 1 if they go quick here. Murray flies in the paint, and no opposition at the rim from the Spurs. Mama was there, but he might as well not have been. Wow. We have some embarrassing defense to close out this third quarter, Spurs fans. 86-73. Kelman with the ball way out in three-point land. 7 on the shot clock. Kellen's going to drive. Back his man up in the post. Out to Mamu for 3. Nope. Branham with the rebound. Branham with the layup. And Branham! Nice job, Malachi. Something I don't say often on this channel. 86-75. Does single ply count as TP? It does. Utah is embarrassing themselves. Oh gosh, what's the score in that game? Do I even want to know? Lots of Blazers players are out in Spurs. Yes, Alyssa. What a poop team. The Blazers do have a lot of guys out. To their credit, they're trying to win. The organization is not, but the players are. And the players should be, because you're playing for your next contract. You're playing for something. Let me check the score on this Blazers game. Not the Blazers game, sorry, the Jazz game. I got confused. Utah Jazz are down. It's not that bad. 119-106 at the end. Oh my gosh, 119-106 at the end of the third. And the Jazz are scoring. There's no defense in that game whatsoever. 119-106 at the end of the third. I thought that was the final score. The Hawks are going to put up over 150. The Jazz are probably going to put up close to 140. Wow, that's stupid. I know we have fan points, but a lot of these guys should not. Yeah, Vasco, things need to change in the offseason. It's going to be tough. Brandon's our second leading scorer. That's a bad statement in itself. We need to Chuck. I have a feeling we're going to have some changes. I've said this before on the channel. There's a lot of players that were drafted pre-Wemby, and now the team is looking to build around Wemby. And the guys post-Wemby, your De'Aaron Foxes, your Stephon Castle, they're obviously not going anywhere. Anybody before that, I don't know. Feldman, Devin, Sohan, will one of them be traded? I do think one of them is traded in the offseason. I don't know which one. I think at least one. You think the Rockets will put what do you mean put Golden State what? Is Trey playing well tonight? Kellen's 1 for 10 for 2. Well, so he's made a shot. All right. He's 1 for 10. 1 for 10 something. Yeah, Brandon's our second leading scorer with 11. The Blazers have 8 players out tonight. And they're up by double digits. 8 guys out. Duke did choke yesterday, Joe. I turned the game off with 8 minutes left, and that's when the choke started. I wish I kept it on. I was tired for whatever reason. Yes, that was a complete choke job. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Duke choked that game away. They should have won. Layup is no good by who was that? Chris Murray. Sorry. Castle's back in the game. Going to take it into the paint. and almost turned the ball over. Got bailed out by the ball getting knocked out of bounds by Portland. Spurs ball with 16 on the shot clock. Exactly, Rendell. If Brandon is our second leading scorer, things are not going well. Yep. That's a damn good question. I think that's going to be partially influenced by who gets the first overall pick. If it's the Wizards or the Hornets or one of those teams that just can't get themselves out of the lottery, I think he goes back to Duke. Champagne's going to drive baseline. 4 on the shot clock, gets it to Castle. Castle's going to fire off. He's going to fire off a step back three. That was not even close. My man's 3-point shot is gone. He's been shooting poorly lately. But Shannon Sharp has not missed a three on the other end. It's a 14-point game. Oh, Rockets or Warriors? That's gonna be a tough series. Jeez. Originally, I would have said the Rockets, but Golden State with Jimmy Buckets, who plays so well in the playoffs. Brandon for three. That's a pick 'em. I'll be honest with you, that's a pick 'em. There's a miss. I didn't see who shot that for Portland. Sorry, I was looking at the chat briefly. It is Spurs ball down by 11. Kelvin turns the ball over. He's having a rough night. Walker in transition with the layup. 91-78. And we have a couple Spurs players down. Kelvin ran into Castle. They're going to wipe the floor. Steph lost his shoe. Stephon Castle lost his shoe. You're going to play off Jimmy. Can the NBA get sued? I suppose they could Santana, but that'd be really hard to prove. But it's the Rockets and Warriors. As you just mentioned, Randall, the Warriors have a ton of playoff experience. They have the greatest shooter of all time in Steph Curry. Jimmy Buckets is another player, and he's just a phenomenal player in the playoffs. He carried not one but two Miami Heat teams to the NBA Finals. If he plays like that, Jimmy Buckets, then the Warriors probably beat Houston. But I think it'll be a good series. 6 games, maybe 7. Andrew, I'm doing good. Joe, we have to pretty much win out to get in the play-in. If the Kings win tonight, win or lose, or if they win, we're automatically eliminated. Malachi Branham foul in the paint, going to the line for two. And Malachi Branham is showing some life tonight. Good for him. We have to go undefeated. We're not going undefeated. Come on. I love our Spurs. I like to be optimistic, but he's not going to the line. My bad. But undefeated the rest of the year, the way this team's been playing up and down since Wemby went out, it's very unlikely. Branham for three, no good. Castle with the rebound, put back, no good. And the shot's just not going in for us tonight at all. Kamara in the paint, kicks it out to Banton. Banton's been having a very good game against us. He has over 20 points, I believe. Gets it to Murray. Murray's going to drive baseline. 6 on the shot clock. Drives in the paint against Champagnie. The little jumper is good. And 1. The Austin Spurs play tonight. It's the Western Conference Finals, or some kind of conference final, I believe. Evan, how many points does Chris have right now? He's not in the game at the moment. He had 0 at halftime. Saying. Chris Murray at the line, free throw good. 16-point game. This is one of the biggest leads of the night. He's got 4. I get it. 94-78. I can't believe we're losing this much to Portland, who's out 8 players, clearly trying to tank the game. The Spurs are out taking them with their bad play. Barnes in the paint and 1. CP3 has been playing well in the fourth quarter. We need a good luck Mikey punch in the fourth. There you go. I just need a good luck Mikey punch. Wemby's not leaving the Spurs, Alyssa. Don't think that. If you think things like that, it makes them happen. I think we'll be a playoff team next year. I truly believe that. We're gonna get a top 10 pick in the draft. Maybe we'll bring a free agent in. Darren Fox and Wemby will have an off season to play together. Year two, Castle will be better. I think we'll be a playoff team. And we'll have a better coach, no matter who it is. There is a in and out for the Rockets. Spurs ball. Vassell will bring it up. And he'll pause as the Spurs get back offensively in transition. Vassell still with the ball, 13 on the shot clock, drives in the paint, throws it up and in. All right, down to 11. All right, Riley Mikey is in the house. There's a miss for the Rockets. Oh, Rockets, I saw the red. For the Blazers, fast break for the Spurs. Castle with the layup. I don't know why I have Houston in my head. I saw red and I thought the Rockets. My goodness, I don't know what just happened there. Rendell, what? The West is pretty stacked, but I think we'll be top eight, which I know is still playing area, but we were top eight this year briefly for like all of a day. But I think we'll be definitely top eight at the end of the season. Walker for three. Uh, top six. Font Swine sounds even better. Jordan McLaughlin's checked in the game. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Jordan McLaughlin checking in the fourth quarter. Not what I expected Mitch to do. Four paws just in time for the comeback. Sounds good. CP3 dinged up or whatever? I'm surprised Chris Paul's not in the game. Brandon with the ball in the paint, gets his shot blocked. Gets the ball back, takes another shot, misses that one too. Gets the ball back again. Barnes for three. Spurs got a couple offensive rebounds there. Thank you for that, Joe. I appreciate that. We've been putting a lot of years into the Spurs, and we've yet to see them have a winning season. So next year, a winning season. Sharp in the paint, kicks it out. 12 on the shot clock for Portland. Kamara was standing there right under the rim, and they got the ball to him, and it's an 11-point game. Timeout, Mitch. I really appreciate that. Let's support the channel, guys. It's the best channel that we got for our beloved Spurs team. I appreciate that, Joe. I really do. Branham, Laughlin, Wesley with lots of playing time. I know something. We still don't. Oh, we got over 100 likes. All right, Andrew, we got over 100. I thought you said we're trying to get to 100. Like, did we get to 100? It's going to be hard to get to 100 the rest of the season because, well, we're not playing well, and then we're losing games like this. But I appreciate your guys' support. Um, things will be better. Good times are coming. Area 51 says also happy 6-year anniversary on YouTube. Thank you, Area 51. And how about Area 51 for you? Like he's doing a little dance, bobbing his head, rooting for the Spurs to win. Always rooting for the Spurs to win. Yodi literally levitating. I don't know what keeps him right there, but he's literally just like levitating. It's like if he's just right and his legs are just right, it's like he gets magnetized in some way and is just on the couch there. Steven Z with the $5 super chat says, "Go Spurs, go!" Thank you very much, Steven. And go Spurs, go to you. I think we have 4 games after tonight. We play Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Those games are all at 10 or later, and I'm on the East Coast. I'm not enjoying that. This is going to be a hell week for me when it comes to trying to get sleep. So 3 10 o'clock games, and then we have Sunday against Toronto. I think it's a weird game too, at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me, and then that's it. We'll have the playing games for the Atlanta Hawks next week to call, doing our hate watch, and that'll be it for the live streams until May, until the lottery results. I think if we somehow lose this, 8th pick is Rendell. Yes, the Blazers would be 3 wins ahead of us. KJ's 1 of 11. Kelvin 1 of 11. He was playing so well, but that is Next world bad. I think you're right about the eighth pick lock. Not eighth pick, but the eighth spot because the Blazers would then be 3 wins ahead of us. I don't think we're winning 3 more games on our last 4. I think it's 4 after tonight, right? Yeah, 4 games left. We're not going 3 out of 4. We're not. I mean, we can't even beat a depleted Blazers team missing 8 guys. Now, granted, the game's not over yet, but they're missing 8 players. They've got players I've never heard of out there. They're definitely playing second string and third string guys tonight. Trade Cullen, trade everyone. Sean, I hope CP3 comes back next year as a player off the bench. I think we need some kind of, Castle's gonna get fouled crossing midcourt. I think having a vet off the bench like that, and some the Spurs, a lot of players, especially Stefan Castle, have said he's been a great mentor to them. Say what to about Chris Paul, where you love him or hate him. If the team is saying that he's helped them, I want to go by the team and just say, you know what, bring him back. Maybe we can get him a little cheaper too. He's making 10 million this year, maybe 8 million next year. Castle drives and throws it down, and one.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Yeah, CP3 off the bench, under 20 minutes or under a game. Pay him 8 million. I'm good. Can Steph Castle take over the last 7 minutes? He's got 14, 7, and 4, so pretty much no chance of a triple-double tonight. He just missed 2 triple-doubles. His last 2 games was a rebound short the last game, an assist short the prior game. Could have had back-to-back triple-doubles. Not a great night tonight, though. 14, 7, and 4, and not an efficient night from shooting. I don't know what he's shooting. I know it's not very efficient. 99 to 91. You're getting a lot of ads, guys? I have no control over that. Thank you, T-Gun, for the 6th year. Ball's going to go out of bounds, going to stay with Houston. I know YouTube is taking control over ads. I've watched a fellow content creator who's talked about how he used to, it's like he does longer form videos. So if he did a 50-minute video, he would put 5 ads in, every 10 minutes or whatever. And then he said now with YouTube taking over, some of his viewers were getting 1 ad, some of his viewers were getting 20. And, the first one's not good because if you're doing this for a living, I'm not, but if you are, you want ads to support you and the channel. But if you're getting too many ads, people will click away, maybe not come back if they're new. I know sometimes I'll stop watching a video if I get too many ads. So my apologies tonight. I don't have any control over that. I leave it default on balanced. I don't want to put it on no ads because the channel does have expenses. And while I love doing this for fun, I don't want to lose money doing this. You should get paid for it. I do get paid adding. The channel's main source of revenue is actually Google Ads because I don't do memberships, I don't do Patreon, I don't do merchandise, I don't do anything for extra income. Sharpen the paint, nice layup. It's ad revenue primarily. And now an inbound turnover by the Spurs. How do we keep doing this? Walk over the layup. I mean, are we throwing the game away here? That's the second time we've had an inbound pass picked off. Castle in the paint. Way up high up the glass. No good. Jordan McLaughlin with the rebound. Out to Branham. Branham for outside. Branham is playing well tonight. YouTube Premium does help with that. That's fair, Rendell. Castle with a steal. There we go. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Over to Paul. Over to Branham. Misses a 3. McLaughlin with an offensive board out to CP3. Out to Castle. Castle will fire off a 3. There we go. 6-point game. Sean, that's fair. I think Spurs will come back and lose by 1. Castle now with 18. He's 1 of 5 from 3. There's a long 3 for Portland. It's no good. I not see who shot that. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. The 3 ball is flying, Rico. Watch it till land to support the channel. It's a good time to do it since they aren't interested. Thank you, Bart. Listen, if you guys want to support the channel, thumbs up, comment on the videos during the week. Heck, Bart even sometimes comments for the algorithm or to support the channel. That still helps the channel. YouTube doesn't care what you're commenting. You can come into a video and just comment LMNOP. It's all good. Castle with the ball, drives in the paint, gets it to Harrison. Harrison, little jumper. 4-point game, 5 minutes to go. Antoine, thank you for stopping in. Spurs on an 8-0 run in the last minute. They're coming back and coming back hard. Let's keep Kelman out of the game. Walker for 3, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul on CP3. 4:41 to go. This game has been a roller coaster. The Spurs have gotten it close like this. Then they've been down to fifth by 15 or 16. Now they're close again. Drop a like and a no, Addy. I'll never ask for a super chat. I will never ask for that. It's greatly appreciated. YouTube actually has a thing now. You can make a super chat goal whenever you're live. That just seems. I don't like that. That's awful. No creator should be doing that. There's a missing Castle down the other end, throws it down. 2-point game. Let's go. I like his confidence too, Rendell. Castle, no fear, does not like playing poor get to him, and that is the Mamba mentality. I talked about that in a video quite a few months ago. People were making fun of me for saying that. I was like, okay. And now some people are saying it. Hanover Fist, let me tell you, man, I was watching, I'm not going to say what channel or what content they make, but the content creator had left. They were part of a bigger YouTube channel, and now they're doing things on their own. And he started talking about his memberships. And he's like, I know a lot of you guys are at the $6 to $7. I need all you guys to move up your memberships to the $10 level. Please move up. And I'm just sitting there like, and I stopped watching. I'm like, dude, I understand you're doing this for a career. I get that. I respect you're in a position where you can do that. But when you switch, say you have a Patreon if you'd like to support the channel membership and leave it at that. But when you're sitting there begging for people to up all their member, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm out. I was so disgusted, and I'll never watch it. It's my first time watching that channel, and the last time watching that channel. This is a chance we swap spots with Toronto. Wait, is Toronto closing in on us? Addy T roll with the $2 super chat says turned into a good game here. Let Castle cook. Now, unfortunately, I might not. I try to read as many of your chats as possible. I always read the super chats if I see them, of course. But when this channel is cooking again next year, and we will be cooking, the Spurs are going to be good next year. When we see these live chats back up to 800 people, 1,000 people, 1,200 people like it was earlier in the season, I'm going to miss a lot of your chats. My apologies, but I'll try to read all of them. Ian destroy Portland. We're trying. This is rig-ish. But let's go Spurs. Well, is Toronto right behind us? We play them the last game of the year, and that could be a massive tank bowl, which oh boy. Toronto is 29 and 15. Toronto's not going to catch us, guys. They have 3 games left. They would have to win out, and we would have to lose. I don't know. We're going to stay ahead of Toronto. Now, the Blazers, if they win, improve to 35 and 44. We would drop to 32 and 46, and we would pretty much be, as you said, some of you said earlier in the chat, a lock for the 8th spot. With Atlanta's win today, they'll be 37 and 41. Chicago's the next closest at 36 and 42. That's a game difference. I don't know if Chicago can catch Atlanta to put Atlanta back in the lottery. We'll see. It's not looking good in that regards. We're getting back to the game, and this has turned into a close one. Stephon Castle really playing well at the end of the game, which was great for our rook. 103-101. The Blazers led by as much as 17, I think, to start the 4th or the end of the 3rd. Offensive foul on the Blazers. The Spurs ball. If Toronto wins tonight versus Mavs, and if we lose, we win? Castle with the ball, drives in the paint. Out to a wide open Barnes for the lead. Nope. He missed the 3. I can't believe Malachi Branham's closing this game out. A three in the corner is no good. A fight for the ball. McLaughlin with the rebound. That was Matisse Thybulle. But then Portland gets the ball back. Murray drives, layup good. Toronto's a couple wins behind us, though, aren't they? Levi, we're still going to be ahead of them. I'll double check at the end of the game. The ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be Spurs ball. They're down by 4, and this has been a tightly contested game. And we're going to have a timeout, I think. Mitch Johnson standing on the court. Mitch, you already got a T for walking out on the court. All right, there's a timeout. We had the 8th pick last year. Let's two firsts in 2048. That's not going to happen. We're starting to get close to, can we get to 125 thumbs up, guys? We have some people coming in. It's turned into a good game. I've been here for the whole game, even when it was looking like a train wreck. So any thumbs up would be appreciated. Thank you all. And while we're in a timeout, I want to pull up if Toronto wins and we lose. I'm pretty sure we're still ahead of them. If Toronto wins, they're 30 and 50. If we lose, we're 32 and 46. Guys, I'm checking the math. The Toronto would still be at 7. We'd still be at 8. The math ain't mathin'. They have 5 more losses than us right now. If the Spurs lose tonight, it'd still be 4 more losses. They're under 40% win percentage. Yeah, Toronto's still ahead of us. If they win out and we lose out, I guess we'd swap spots. I don't see that happening. There's almost 300 in here now? What? Well, thank you all for stopping in. This has turned into an interesting game. For those of you that don't know, Portland is missing 8 guys tonight, and they're still up on the Spurs. Castle with 5 points in the first, 5 in the second, 0 in the third, but when we need them the most in the fourth quarter, 10 points. And if you're just coming in and you're new to the channel, I'm a huge San Antonio Spurs fan, if that's not obvious. If you're a Spurs fan and looking for a place to hang out to talk about the games while they're live, because we've called every game this season, and we're going to call the last 4. That's all 82 for the first time in the channel's history. We also do analysis videos, news videos. Going to do a lot of draft coverage. Love talking about our Spurs. If you do too, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Barnes blocked in the paint. Foul on Donovan Klingon. Klingon doesn't like it. Well, too bad. Barnes going to the line for 2. Let's take a look if it was a foul. Yeah, he hit his dude. You smacked his left arm. You smashed his left hand. That's a foul, Donovan. Not even close. That was clearly a foul. Barnes' first free throw was good. He's got 16 points and 6 boards. I'm sitting outside watching the stream, and randomly I see Dwight Howard walk by my... What? Dwight Howard? And Dennis, yes, we are going to hate watch the Atlanta Hawks. We're going to call their play-in games and hope they lose so the Spurs get their pick. Well, they already get their pick. Hopefully that becomes a lottery pick if they lose. So yes, we're hate watching the Hawks. Yeah, that's going to be sometime next week. It is Atlanta ball up by 2. Tumani Kamara for 3. That one hurts. 108-103. 3 minutes to go. Selena's getting married. What? CP3 with the ball over to Castle. Castle's going to take off into the paint. Off-bounds jumper. Off the rim. No good. Portland ball. Sharp all out of control. Off-balance jumper. No good. A fight for the board. And Barnes gets it. And Barnes takes a shot. No whistle. The Spurs are in the bonus. We have 2:37 to go. 108-103. CP3 into the paint. Got Klingon on him. Finds Brandon open for 3 in the corner. In and out! Oh my gosh, who put a lid on the basket? I just heard Sean Elliott say these misses are driving me crazy. They're going in and then out. Portland ball up by 5. Sharp with a drive. Up off high of the glass. No good. Spurs ball. CP3 bringing up the court. Gets it over to Devin. Devin immediately gets double teams. You have to slow the offense up. Back to CP3. He's got Klingon on him. Oh gosh, that's a huge mismatch. Blows right by him. Into the paint. Layup. And 1. CP3. I'll rock my Chris Paul jersey. Woo! It's actually Keldon Johnson jersey. This did become a game again. I mean, Donovan Cleon's a good player, but come on now. A guard is just going to blow right by you. And then he whacks him in the head going for the block. Chris Paul is just literally salivating, thinking, okay, I'm going to go by this jump. And he did. Free throw, good. 3-point play for the Spurs, 108-106. What a game tonight. I didn't expect it to be a great game. Quite frankly, I thought the Spurs would handle Portland easily with all the players that are out, but credit to Portland, they're playing hard tonight. Even in tank mode, they're playing hard. Here's a three-pointer, and Tamani Kamara. And then we turn the ball over again on the inbound pass. What are we doing? These lazy passes. That's the third time tonight we've turned the ball over on the inbounds pass. And the players immediately scored a layup on it. The Spurs are literally throwing this game. CP3 with the ball. Over to, sorry, Yodi. Barnes going to drive in the paint. Loses it out of bounds. Turnover. Wow. Sponsline says the Spurs know how to tank. 3 turnovers tonight on the inbound pass. I will say it again. The organization, the Portland Trailblazers, with their injury report, might be tanking. These players aren't. They have their careers to play for. A lot of these young guys I've never heard of. They're playing for possible future contracts, and they're giving it their all. Drive, and we have 2 free throws coming up. And now the clock is a Spurs enemy. Shannon Sharp going to the line for 2. Three turnovers, Area 51 on inbound passes. Wemby must be traded. No. No, cannot be running full plays. Not at this point. Good night, David. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. It does still help the channel. I appreciate you if you can. We're at 130 thumbs up now. Would love to get to 150. We almost always get to 150. We're close tonight, but man, the Spurs are throwing this game away. $114-106. NBA. Addy, come on now. That ain't right. I mean, that's a 6-point. That's more. You gave 6 easy points to the Blazers on those turnovers, and now it's a 9-point game, which we're going to American. Castle flies in the paint. He's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Commando Ninja, Kamara's got over 20 tonight. I think he's got like 23. He's been playing very well. Castleton line for 2. Yard attacks, they build me up just to let me down. Castle with 20 points and 7 rebounds tonight. He's 5 of 7 from the line. Make that 6 of 8. 115-107. Lucas, you're cooked. Wave Wesley, Wave Julian. Black Ops, man, I mean, Blake Wesley can't shoot. Champagne can shoot at times. Castle now 21 points. 115-107. Both teams are in the bonus. Made them both. And we're going to have to play some full court defense and try to cause a turnover. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Kamara will inbound it for the Blazers. The Spurs playing a full court press. They'll get it in. And now a foul by Chris Paul. All right, they're going to send him to the line. Julian for his contract is, I mean, 4 years, $12 million. God, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Veronica, do you have your Yodi? If you got a Yodi and you know it, do a boop. If you got a Yodi and you know it, do a boop. Yodi's coming to the camera, so grab your Yodi and get ready for a boop. All right, I don't know what that was. Have a little fun. If you guys are new here, I take the San Antonio Spurs very seriously, but I also like to have a little humor and a little fun, especially, I mean, you gotta. We've been on YouTube 6 years as of yesterday. And the Spurs have been a losing team for every freaking year we've been on here. Every year. Next year, they'll be a winning team, damn it. Better days are coming. Chris Murray missed the first free throw. He's a 40% shooter from the line. You know what? The Spurs keep fouling this dude, Hacka Murray. Maybe they can catch up. And he made the second one. Thank you, Levi. Area 5. Castle's going to sprint up the court and lost the ball. Well, that probably just did it. Clutch Sports, that some of those turnovers look quite dubious. 117, 108, and an immediate Spurs turnover. Fellow Yodi members. Spurs officially eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah, if the Kings won, then we were out, right? No surprise. I hope the Spurs are supposed to be fouling here. They finally are, and they're fouling Shaden Sharp. Yodi goes boop in support. Nice, D-Gunk. Chai, yeah, I think it's 38 seconds left. 117, 108, two free throws coming up. Yeah, it's officially over. There's not enough time now. We don't have Reggie Miller or Tracy McGrady on this team that can score a bazillion points in seconds. Sharp's free throw is good. He's got 19 and 10 now. Wow. The Spurs are going to lose to the Portland Trailblazers, down 8 players. I saw an Area 51 high, so I put the Area 51 graphic on. We do that here. Another turnover for the Spurs. Shit, Sharp's going to get fouled. Yeah, the game's over. That's it. I mean, it looked like it was over. Now it's definitely over. We're down 11. There's 24 seconds left. There's no chance. A lot of bad turnovers, poor three-point shooting. We gave up 119 points to a team, more than 119 with free throws coming up to a team that's missing 8 guys, missing a lot of their starters. Our defense just, KJ went 1 of 11. Keegan is a member of the Yodi Club, Veronica. If anybody's wondering what this Yodi talk is, occasionally we will randomly give out baby Yodis. I plan on doing one more giveaway before the season's over. Just not going to say when; it'll be a surprise. But we do live trivia, and one of the things we give out is this levitating baby coyote. Levitating baby coyote, coyote, my bestest little. And now, what? Blazers fouling. Again, what are you doing? You're up by 12. Thank you, Addy. Yeah, can we start next season? When we get Cooper Flag in the draft, I'm telling you, I'll be happy with whoever we get. And I'll root for him. Unless it's a 6'5" guard. If we draft a 6'5" guard with our first overall, with our first pick, wherever it is. Yeah, I like your train of thought. Yeah, yeah. Can we win the lottery, draft Flag, and start the next season? Chris Paul missed a free throw. A rare miss from the line. Just nothing going right for the Spurs tonight. And the Blazers will now be 3 wins ahead of us with 4 games left. Our spot at number 8 is now secured. Not necessarily how I wanted to get it. Silver lining, at worst, well, I shouldn't say at worst we'll pick 8th because teams could leapfrog us, but we have the 8th spot, and it's going to stay like that now. Blazers are going to dribble it out. Wow. Wow. I don't think Flag's turning down the NBA. I think he's going to declare for the draft. Castle 22. He had quite a few turnovers, didn't he? Good game, everybody. Congratulations, Blazers fans. I'll go over the end of game stats. The Spurs lose 121-9. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help the channel. And let's go ahead and pull up the stats. Dang. The Hawks won too, or the Hawks are winning. The Hawks are going to win. The Hawks were beating up on the Utah Jazz, who, I mean, come on. 147, 134. The Hawks did not get to 150, but the final score was 147 to 134. I want to see who scored the most points in that game. Before we take a look at the Spurs stats, Colin Sexton with 27 for the nope off the bench. Keontae George with 35 for Utah. For the Atlanta Hawks, their high score was 27 by Onyeka Okongwu. I thought Trey Young would have gone off for a ton tonight, but he had 15 assists. All right, let's pull up our Spurs box score if I can find it. There we go. It was really that first quarter. We went down 33 to 18 and could just never dig ourselves out of the hole. Oh well. It is what it is. For those that are Team Tank, this obviously really helped the Spurs. For the Portland Trailblazers, Tumani Kamara had 23 points and 10 rebounds. Donovan Clingan, 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks, and 2 steals. Also 5 fouls, but he was a defensive presence all night for Portland. Matisse Thybulle, quiet night, 6 points on 2 of 6 shooting. Shaedon Sharpe really struggled tonight from the field, 5 of 17, but he did go 9 of 11 from the line. He finished with 21, 10, and 6, and 6 turnovers. Ouch. Delonte Ben had a fantastic game. Didn't even know who he was until tonight. 20 points, 6 assists, or maybe I've heard his name before. I don't know. Justin Minaya off the bench with 5. Jabari Walker with 10. Chris Murray with 18. I definitely never heard of him. And Rayon Rupert with 7. He was 3 of 9 from the field. The Blazers shot 47, 37, 78. They finished with 15 turnovers. But we out turnover them. We had 18 turnovers, including 3 on inbound passes that led to 6 quick points for the Portland Trailblazers. We shot 43, 32, 76 for our starters. Harrison Barnes, another solid game, 17 points, 7 boards. Bismack Biyombo, 10 points. Chris Paul, 8 points and 9 assists. Devin Vassell, 21 points on 8 of 16 shooting. Also had 7 rebounds, 3 steals, did have 4 turnovers. Stephon Castle with 22, 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. You take away his 3-point shooting, he's been shooting about 50% a game. He's 6 of 12 from 2-point land, but that 3-point shooting has been abysmal as of late. He did go 7 of 9 from the line. Also chipped in 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers as well. Just a lot of turnovers by the team tonight. Off the bench, Sandro Mamukelashvili, 13 minutes, 0 points. I swear it's all or nothing with Mamu. It's either like 0 or 2 or double digits. Rarely anything in between. Julian Champagny only took 4 shots tonight. 7 points. He was 2 of 3 from 3, just very passive with his shooting. Keldon Johnson with a nightmare of a game, 1 of 11 from the field, finished with 2 points. He did have 3 block shots. Keldon, really? 3 blocks? But man, his offense has been, I don't know if he's hurt. That's bad. Jordan McLaughlin played 10 minutes tonight, got 5 points. Malachi Branham, not afraid to shoot in 23 minutes. He made 7 of 14 shots. He had 17 points. He actually had one of the few positives on the team. He was a +3. Jordan McLaughlin was a +15 when he was on the court. Okay. And Blake Wesley missed all his shots again. He finished with 3 boards, and assists, and 2 steals. He was 0 for 3 tonight. He's 0 for his last 10. To say he's in a slump would be a massive understatement. Blake Wesley, after having the best game of his season when he had 15 points against, I don't remember who it was, 2 games in a row now, he's missed all his shots. Last game he had 2, this game 0. Kind of crazy that you have your best game of the year and then he hits a hard wall right after that and is now playing the worst basketball he's played all year. Tough loss. Mamo needs what's his name? Flavor Flav. He needs Flavor Flav in the audience because he just don't play without the flavor. Wesley's awful. Yeah, his offense has disappeared. The best Blazers player ever? Would it be Clyde Drexler? Next season, Veronica is going to be lit. Typhoon, thank you for stopping by. Kristen fans signing out. Oh, it's cute. I'm gonna go to Basketball Reference real quick because they put the top players win percentage wise. I want to say it's top of my head. It's got to be Clyde Drexler. I know some people might say Dame. I feel like Drexler had a lot more playoff success, and he got to the NBA Finals. I don't. Dame hasn't gotten to a finals, has he? With Portland? I don't think he has. Probably Drexler's number one. Yeah, Damian at number two. He's got a 133 lifetime win share. Drexler at 188. So, or no, 108. Wait, is lower score better? Oh no, it's not ordered by that. Their top five for the Blazers. Number five is Rasheed Wallace. Four is LaMarcus Aldridge. Three is Terry Porter. Two is Dame. Number one's Clyde Drexler. I agree, Clyde Drexler is number one. Dame's had a great career. Phenomenal clutch shooter, but I would say Drexler the better player. I don't think too many Portland fans would argue with that, would they? Glide. Walton, now Bill Walton, his career was too short. The thing is, he played what? Actually, I'll look it up. I get the Bill Walton. Are we? Am I okay here? Oh, it looked like I was glitching a little bit. Bill Walton, I'm going to say career too short, way too short. What he did was phenomenal in a short amount of time. And rest in peace, Bill Walton, who we lost, I believe, last year. But I don't think he played. I don't feel like he played hardly at all for Portland, did he? Bill Walton played 4 years in Portland. 35 games, 51, 65, 58. He was a two-time All-Star. Yes, they won an NBA final, but he only played 4 years. He barely played over 200 games with Portland. He actually played exactly 200 games with Portland. Or no, 209, 209, sorry. I, I don't think you can give a player the greatest of all time if their career was that short with a team. The 4 years. Of course, this is all subjective. None of this is factual. Bill Walton, if he stayed healthy, no doubt, the greatest Portland Trailblazer of all time. Um, Matthew, don't forget though, some of that was with the Celtics too, the six man. But he only played 4 seasons with Portland. I don't think that's enough. I don't know what's happened. It seems like I'm all glitchy now. So that's probably my computer saying it's time to shut me off. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help support the channel, but since everything's getting glitchy, that must mean it's time to go. So on behalf of myself, Selena, Baby Yodi, Lil Mikey, and Headband Grogu, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!